Hey, we live. Look at us.
Yes, we are.
It's a beautiful time. Another beautiful Sunday here on BGW.
Another one. Hey, man, so, y'all see us, you know what I mean? We got company tonight, so, everybody act accordingly. You know what I mean? Not Rhodesia, man. I'm talking to everybody watching. I mean,
nah.
Now let's get the real, baby. Let's get the real.
But everybody who on here on our record act right. You know what I mean? We got company.
Absolutely.
You know how it is when you go to black people's house.
That's what I'm saying. No, we want the real. We know how it is. Don't touch nothing, don't say nothing, right? That's usually what we was told. No, let's touch and let's talk about everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got to touch the plastic. You got to touch the plastic cover too,
right? Come off like Velcro.
Oh man, absolutely. So with fourth rope last night that my wonderful colleague Lo was able to attend, I thought a wonderful question for the day would be, if you could have someone debut at fourth rope, who would you have debut next?
Roman.
Especially after last night, and we're gonna talk about
yeah.
We're gonna talk.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Right now, I think I would go with Oba. Imagine Oba coming out there right now where he's at in WWE. That would be crazy.
Oh, of course. That man will take over the entire building.
Right.
I need him and a Westside Gunn link up.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Nola?
We were going with I was about to say Oba, but
okay.
I'm gonna go with Trick Williams because I need the entire place to just say whoop that trick as the building is coming together, because I think it would be a beautiful experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up.
That man is something else. He's a specimen.
Hey, a star.
He's so young. Man.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for his future.
Me too. I'm gonna give you two, Nolo. I got a major and I got an indie for you.
Okay.
So let's do Jada Parker.
Yeah.
Based on how the fourth row women's scene is, the title scene, all of those things. Yeah, I think Jada fits right there. I mean, we have some current conversations about few women right now on that side, but yeah, Jada for sure, definitely. And on the indie side, bang bang.
There you go.
I think that would be crazy in the fourth rope universe, in that arena. Yeah, he's ready made for that for sure. So I'd definitely like to see his debut. I mean, granted, if I'm not mistaken, fourth rope has done a show in Paris during Paris Fashion Week. I don't think Ricky Sosa was on the card. However, I think Kuro was. The other cat with the lit entrance, who Scott had tweeted out that one time. So I think he was on that card. I don't think Ricky was on that card. I got to double back and check. But yeah, if he hasn't, that's what I'm going to say.
I need them both there, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the Sosa guy, but the IWC, they be repping for him something terrible. And you can't deny it when it comes, like when I see it on my screen, I'm like, yeah, he has something. I don't know who he is. What is it? What's the phrase? I don't know that man, but respect that man.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man. But no, I'm excited to see. Because if you can get that much pop with us fickle fans, can you imagine like what you could do with a bigger stage like that? Yeah. So I'm excited to see what he's all about.
100%. I saw like his first couple matches in TNA. I was just so proud that the crowd like knew the assignment. They knew what was up. They knew when it was time to go. Sosa, bang bang. They was with it. It was a beautiful thing to see. But all right, man, go ahead and start this beautiful show.
Yes, sir.
Real trap shit.
This is the peak of professional wrestling. I love it.
One
Once again, you're tuned in to the BG Dub. What up? Hit the subscribe button and pour a cup. We back up soon as Scotty beams. Collar and noble conversation served with a side of collard greens. No lows, the biggest heel in the photo. D-Mac and Chad shooting hard from the logo. And off the top rope, starting that guard from a locker room in Philly, they got low. Black guy, BG Dub, throw it up, yo. Wolfpack, throw it up, yo. Sunday night's main event, and we live with it. And this is where we hit the logo.
Got some crappy shoes on. It's never ironed. The shirt is too small. The shitty scarf and the terrible ass haircut. And you think that you're better than War? Give me a break.
And welcome everyone to the 227th volume of the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Welcome everybody. Welcome. Chad's gonna be joining a little later.
Sweet.
You dig what I'm saying? So, you know what's
shout out
going
to
on.
Scotland, who out here fighting for his life with that temperature.
Yeah.
Sorry to that, man.
Shout out to D.
He said 104, didn't he? 104 degree temperature?
He did say 104.
Brother, take it easy, man.
Go to the hospital.
Right? I didn't want to say that, but go get checked out.
Yeah, man. That shit lasts for longer than day. Just go ahead. Just go make that run. We need you here, brother.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, man. Coming in. Oh, shout out to D-Mac, of course, as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Holding it down in Atlanta. It's your boy coming in first. Solo, Nolo, Greed.
I love you, Nolo. I
love you too.
Jacob Voice. Coming in second, man. You already know what's going on, man. Fifth chair BGW Pod, AJ Styles P, John Thrina, the Littish Bulldog, all of those good things. Lorenzo Pierce, y'all. Welcome to 227. Appreciate y'all. And also joining us this evening, you dig what I'm saying, was supposed to originally appear on the Locker Room Lead, but I think it's fitting that we bring them up on a Sunday, right? The family day, up to the big house, up to Black people's house. So our beloved friends from That's Freakin Wrestling Podcast, please welcome Brother Matt, Sister Rhodesia. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, after that entrance, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
Right, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for having that door wide open for us to walk in, and y'all treat us like family. So we appreciate it 100%.
Absolutely.
Always.
So one thing real quick, y'all, me, just a little bit of Locker Room Leady type thing I do, the way that I do introductions a little bit. I caught wind of y'all a few years ago. Like myself, like Scotland, we're always kind of, or at a certain point in time, we're searching for those in the wrestling space we thought, kind of fit what the culture is, right? Just with personality, how they speak. This thing of ours, pro wrestling content creation, I think has become a very beautiful thing. We've been able to see a lot more faces with melanin appear in the space and be able to divulge on pro wrestling, to talk about it, a fantasy book, predict, have a great time, right? Watch things together live and all of that good stuff. And one thing I will say about y'all's platform of That Freakin Wrestling, and shout out to all the freaks too we got in here tonight, is that y'all are absolutely, y'all are two of the most lovable, excuse my language, mother effers in this space. Because people get very people get very interesting, they get very eccentric in this space. But whenever I'm turning on y'all, whenever I'm watching y'all, like none of that is like a thing. It's just like so pure and wholesome. And I just really love y'all platform. I love what y'all deliver. Thanks and congratulations for all the episodes and all the work y'all have put in. But real quick, if y'all could let me know a little bit about how the brand started, you know what I mean? A little bit about y'all's family, if that's cool. Just a little bit about y'all for our audience here tonight.
It's funny that you brought up everything you just brought up, because that is the epitome of what I wanted when we started our show. Everything you just said, right? I was down to like, we not gonna have gimmicks, and I ain't talking like stage names. That's cool. I'm talking, when you watch something or you watch somebody, and you just like, I know that's not what they really think. I know that's not how they really feel. I know it's not how they really are in real life. And I'm like, no, man, like if we're going to do this thing, let's do this thing and let's bring people into really what we are. And there's a lot that's coming this year for us that I'm excited about. That's going to show even more of who we are and things of that nature. But yeah, we started about 3.5 years ago. It was started as 3 the hard way. Shout out to my guy E, who was with us for 2.5 years or so. And then kind of just fast forward, Rhodesia and I decided to move to Spain. So we did that in November. So that's kind of when we split the pod, so we've been rocking out just the two of us, but we've been together for over 20 years. I ain't gonna say how many, over 20 years. I've been watching this thing called wrestling almost my entire life. So I've been watching wrestling for over 40 years. So for me, it was just a situation of, it was the right time when we started, the pod to really get into this thing and do it, to your point, the way I want to see our people represented at. Like, there's no better feeling in the world than getting a message, either a DM on Twitter, getting a message on YouTube, getting a message from the audio platform, and people saying, man, it's so cool to see people like me talking about wrestling like this.
Yeah.
That's all I need, right? Like, you hear that, you're just like, you're doing something right. So, yeah, that's just kind of like the really quick, and Rhodesia, I'm sure you can fill in some blanks and some holes where I missed some stuff at.
Actually, you did pretty good. For me, wrestling had always been, I've been watching wrestling since, I remember the first episode was The Undertaker driving through like the cemetery. So this had to been, and this was on UPN. So this had to be back in like 2000. And so I've been watching, since then. And it was just something that was fun. And at that time, being a Black girl in the city I'm from, like people didn't admit in high school that you were watching wrestling. You just didn't do that. And it was always so cool to me because I'm like, this is something that I like. It ain't no different than watching sports. It ain't no different than watching soap operas. Now I'm aging myself there. But it's just like, this is something that was cool and fun. And then when I was a young teenager, it was a group of us girls who actually got into pro wrestling, and we loved it. Of course, I fell in love with Rocky. So like, that's my hall pass of all time. Matt knows it already. Like we talk about the freaks, give me Rocky. Rocky's my guy. But outside of that, I mean, I met Matt shortly later, and it was like, yo, there's another person on this planet that liked wrestling just as much as me. And of course, he was much more smart at it, and I was still just a mark, of course. And I'm kind of still a mark now to this day.
She's like, when does Undertaker really die? I was like, you know what? We got a lot to teach.
Stop, don't play with me. Didn't he say behave on this podcast?
Oh, my bad. You're right. My bad.
Oh, no, no,
that won't be y'all.
That's like a little thing for the audience. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all chilling.
But I mean, that's it. So then we go through all these years, and you tell us a little bit about our family. So Matt and I have a son, Lil Matt, and as soon as he came up out the womb, he became a wrestling fan, and it's so cool now today, him being 18, he kind of, not saying stepped away from wrestling, but he found his own footing. So, where before he was doing wrestling because it was with mom and dad, Now he's kind of like, actually, I'm tuning into AEW on my own, and I'm watching this. He's always knowing that we watch a lot of wrestling kind of on delay because we have things going on during the day. He'll already know some of the stuff that happened. So it's just so cool even seeing him and how another generation of this, that he's like, no, I like this. So for me, to have a community and to get into this space and to see that there was a whole bunch of other Black people out here and brown people out here who wants to talk about it as well. And, we not represented in it. Well, at least to my belief at before. So to be able to be in this space here, it's amazing to get me to people like y'all. I mean, it just means so much to me. That's a little bit about me. I like to talk a lot, but I'll stop for now until I get heated again, and then we ready to go.
Perfectly fine. Just definitely appreciate y'all. All good answers. Real quick note, I'm gonna go over to a few of our little comments. You know what I mean? Shout out to the good brother. You dig what I'm saying? He has some. Yeah, man.
Take him out, man.
Yeah, right. But yeah, much love to Scotland, man. Shout out to Hurricane. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. But where do we start, man? We want to start with a little bit of. I want to talk about SmackDown first. I know I was at Fourth Rope and all that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, Yeah. I'm chilling. I look like a Victorian school child today. I'm just in the crib chilling. But like, Fourth Rope was amazing last night. Probably the best hangover I ever had in my life. It was barely a hangover. Yeah, I want to get in a little bit of SmackDown though, man. I know that Matt and Rhodesia. Now for me, Matt and Ro, like, Y'all. For me, when I'm listening to y'all, the things I have heard and what I, the enthusiasm sometimes what I get, like y'all seem like through and through like Federation people from back in the day. Like I don't know how much y'all was WCW, but y'all seem like Federation folk.
Let me tell you, you are correct, 100%. I'm talking as far back as WrestleMania 3, legit. I remember my aunt calling our house because she called the 900 number. It was in Pontiac, right in Detroit, but nobody I knew that went. Yes. And she just was like screaming in the phone. Hulk Hogan just body slam Andre Giant and pinned him. Yeah. We run around the house crazy, right? So that's how far I go back for WWF. That's like one of my first memories. I remember being at a Saturday Night's Main Event back in like 85, 86 at Joe Louis Arena here in Detroit. I don't remember too much from it. Of course, I was like really young then. But so I was like all kind of WWF. And then it wasn't until I caught WCW or NWA on back in the day was Channel 7. It was like 3 p.m. on a Saturday. And it was Mick Foley or Cactus Jack at the time working somebody, and they were fighting through the crowd. And back in the day, WWF, they never did that, right? So I'm like, yo, there's real wrestling on TV. Then I got locked in on WCW and NWA. And then when I watched ECW for the first time, and now we talk at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Saturday morning, I was like, oh, no, I actually found the real wrestling. And this was probably back in 92, 93 or something like that.
Absolutely.
Dude, that feeling of ECW, you don't know what you get. You may get a show full of 5 promos in one match. You may get a show full of 4 matches and no promos. It was just, you never knew what you got every single week. But like my love came from WWF.
Absolutely.
That ECW was definitely a culture shock.
Dude, man, just everything about it, the way it was shot, the way it felt, the way it looked. I mean, Heyman has done an incredible job, and we know he's got such a ear and a tongue back in backstage now. But I always said, like, yo, imagine if that guy had full autonomy over just a billionaire's company, what that would look like. I don't even think we know what it looks like right now. Like, I think people may think like, oh, it would just be the best of what we see right now in WWF or WWE, excuse me. But like for me, I think he would come so crazy with some ideas and such that it would look and sound completely different than anything that's on TV right now.
Yeah. Sister Ro, you had something to say?
Yeah. All I know is the Federation. Not until when the Black and Gold NXT, when they first got on television, and we went to the show, I think it was in Santa Clara. I don't know. It was WrestleMania, their first takeover at WrestleMania. And Matt was like, yo, this is going to be the closest to an ECW crowd you're ever going to see and experience. And it was just something so magical. So to know that that was probably still watered down completely compared to what you were saying, Matt, back in the 90s with ECW, I was just like, yo, this is like the best wrestling, and it's not full of just quirky, corny cheeseball type stuff. This is it. Like this, and I love very fast wrestling. Hey, your show. Welcome to your show.
Man. All the highest of the high. What's up, y'all?
What up?
Listen, first and foremost, to the fellas, gang. Secondly, I want to make sure I say this name right. Rhodesia.
Said it perfect.
I was pressing that for like 10 minutes. I want to let you know right now. And my man, Matt. What's up, baby?
My guy, what's going on, brother?
Listen, that freaking pod. Thank y'all so much for joining the block.
Of course.
Appreciate the love. I'm on Mimosa Saucy Black Boy Joy right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We know you was having some time on Sunday Fun Day, and I'm proud of you.
I'm sorry. Let's talk rap.
Still going.
You're right on time, man. You're right on time. So, I mean, shout out to them. And I just wanted to ask that question because, I grew up in a NWA, WCW type fold situation. You know what I mean? With my dad being born in North Carolina and my brother being like the guy who just like, I don't know, he never stopped growing during his growth spurt. So, when people in wrestling start talking about where the big boys play, I'm sure that caught his ear. big Sting fan. You know what I mean? Big fan of Harlem Heat. He was a big Bret Hart fan. That's what put me on to Bret Hart, by the way. Big Stone Cold fan as well, but he's WCW through and through. And I was a WWF kid. I was, I'm doing the clown.
Right.
Not for nothing, but shout out to our guy, Too Cold Scorpio, Flash Funk.
Of course.
It's the name of, you know what I mean? But, you go up the card, you know what I mean? HBK, Brett, everybody, man. So, I just wanted to because, and again, I'm born in 92. I'm the youngest here right now. So everybody that's surrounding me right now, I'm very jealous of y'all because I wish I would have seen, the things that y'all have seen, in those years, 93, 94, 95, you know what I mean?
Man, Lo, we in the same boat. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm drawn. I'm over it. I see. That's the thing. I think that everybody in BGW just like so older than me and blah blah blah. But yeah, man. But not for nothing, y'all. To kind of get started off on a major foot. Tis the season. We are on a particular road to WrestleMania 42. Some are calling it WrestleMania 40 snooze. However, I think that things are getting there. You know what I mean? I think our friend Matt Rhodesia, per their last episode on 241, we're expressing certain things about, where we are in the season right now. But I wanted to get a little bit into SmackDown. What's your initial thoughts on last Friday, if anybody wanted to kick it off?
I'm going to let Matt go first.
It was a weird show.
Okay.
Right? Like, didn't it? And not bad. It wasn't bad. Like, sometimes we'll say weird because we don't want to shit on the show. Right? You may be like, it was a little, I don't know. No, it wasn't bad. Some aspects of it, I was like, what are we doing? But when you watched, I kind of just walked away. I probably laughed more in that episode than I had laughed at a wrestling show in a long while. Like, that's probably the best way to summarize it. Some of the decisions they made. I love Nia Jax. She knows that. I've told her that when I met her before, years ago. We got to lock in Nia. Nia would go through spurts where she is most improved player, where she is like, yo, we could really do something with Nia. And then Nia just show up at certain points where she's just like, I don't really want to do this tonight. I'm going to show up, but I really don't want to bump.
Before she don't want to be hurting people, though. But she said that before because we clowned her about that before. I'm saying like I talked to her, but we clowned her before about that. And she's like, if I actually hit these people the way I'm supposed to hit them, I might really knock them out. But so she does like the complete opposite of it and like not hit them right.
Right.
She's like the George Pickens of WWE. She either great or you'd be like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Very polarizing.
Yep. And then just real quick, last thing for me off top, a lot of Jelly Roll. Now look, shout out to Jelly Roll from a perspective
shout him out.
Look, man. Hey, look, I gotta do a little bit of positivity because they did trust him a lot in that show. They gave him like 2 promo segments. They had him backstage. They had him in the ring. They had some physicality. But since when is like Jelly Roll like the angel of like beautifulness on people's shoulders? Like, I cannot wait until Orton kicks him and punches him in the head next week like he used to and get this man off my television. I get it, but I don't get it.
So when you was talking about the being funny or weird, we saw 3, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 episodes of Drew fighting and ain't nobody stopping. Now, again, the final scene kind of just put it over the top when he went off it reminded me of like Shane McMahon when he fell off of the Titantron before. But it's like 3 times and y'all haven't stopped this guy yet. That's that suspension of disbelief that you kind of got like to say, all right, I'm gonna roll with this. But that to me was like the epitome of SmackDown of we have 3 segments of this fighting going on back and forth and nobody can stop them. Again, in real life, that shit would have been over. Somebody would have knocked somebody else out, or the police would have been called. But again, I have to roll with it, right? No,
I personally thought I was watching Raw because Nick Aldis usually has his show cooking. He'd be like, "All right, we gonna get y'all fight, and then y'all not fighting no more." This man, I thought Scrap Daddy was a GM for the night because they just ain't do nothing to stop him. Just let them fight in the parking lot, let them fight and mess up the announce table. Look like they about to fall off the scaffolding and stuff like.
Yo, Nick Aldis is losing complete control. You hear what he's saying to Randy? Yeah. Think about WrestleMania. Think about what's ahead. Like, Shut up.
Nick don't talk like that. You know you don't talk
Right.
like that.
Like, man, like, come on, Nick. I'm like, y'all ready to go home. I'm like, this show is crazy. Matt, it definitely was. It was different. But I was having a good time.
Yeah.
I was having a good time. Definitely a little bit too much jelly roll. Real quick though, I think that the reason for, and he might get 2 or 3 more spots next Friday, because again, we in that season, it is Mania. I think that him being on weekly programming leading up to the weekend, I mean, essentially, it probably provides a bit more of that feeling of like WrestleMania, wrestling mainstream, kind of like getting together at this point in time in early April to mid-April type feeling. So I think that's what that's for. It would be great if we could like spread that wealth around to other notable names like we've seen in past WrestleMania seasons. I know certain times it's been like, a lot of Johnny Knoxville with Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? I remember one year, I think this was WrestleMania 30. I'm not sure, maybe not 30. I'm not sure, but I remember like Maria Menounos, who I believe at the time was doing some work for Access Hollywood, had a match with someone. Yeah.
Oh,
that was,
I know all about that match, and that's one of my matches I am the most disgusted about.
Yeah, I know.
Remember I told you I get hype right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to get hype right now. There is no way in hell that, and I think she just recovered from some health issues, so prayers to her. Mm-hmm. But ain't no way in hell you about to beat Beth Phoenix. Get the F up out of here. I was so angry. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Lil, for bringing that back up. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean,
what about Snooki?
Snooki.
That's a different.
That was in Atlanta, the worst WrestleMania I've ever been to, and they never gave Atlanta a reprieve. We need another Atlanta pay-per-view WrestleMania WWE, because that was the one and only WrestleMania in Atlanta. And I remember sitting there and I was like, "Yo, it's not really a lot of fun right now." Like,
wait, that was the one that Rock came. It was just like the
when he was
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, no. Speaking of that,
but we have come a long way though, Lo. You talk about like, think about that though, right? Snooki and Maria and some of the other celebrities back in the day to now. We just talked about Jelly Roll. As much as we got tired of him, we know he's going to try his ass off and bump and do everything he needs to do in the match. I'm not high on Logan Paul at all. I mean, he's a full-timer now, but you look at Logan Paul, you look at Bad Bunny, it's just now the level of, hey, if you get involved in this thing, you got to get involved in this thing. This is no longer we put you on that apron and you take the hot tag and do 2 or 3 offensive moves and then the match is over. So that is one thing I am happy about, that now, like, when we see these people get into it, they really getting into it.
Yeah. Chaz, you had anything?
You know what, guys? In my travels, I like to study different philosophers, different people with magical ideas, things of that nature. And what I've started to do recently is chronicle a rising Black superstar. Some of y'all know him as Sweet Daddy Trick. I won't say that. I know him as Trick Williams. And Trick Williams taught me a very important lesson. When life gives you lemons, put on your lemon pepper steppers and get the fuck out of your own business. Okay? I'm gonna use that throughout. Yeah, Trick's a superstar. This is that was probably the highlight of the show for me. Obviously, I don't know what. I mean, again, Baddies 2.0. I'm never gonna, not that. That
was my favorite part of the show. So, that was my favorite part of
Baddies 2.0. Yeah, we
definitely favorite.
Plus, the story y'all been doing has been absolutely trash. So yeah, I'm with it. And for some reason, you keep holding the handcuffs on Jade and Rhea, and it's just not looking good for Rhea. The more you do this, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, man. Nia Jax's like the fullest part-time wrestler I've ever seen. I don't really grasp it, how she does it. She does it very well, because when she cooks, cooks.
Yes.
I remember when she came back on Raw, I remember she almost did a fucking Hurricanrana to Bailey. Like, that almost happened.
Right.
So when she cooks, she cooks. But when that shit is simmering, man, throw that shit away. But, we keep rolling. Lash Legend. Absolutely. And then there's Orton. On one hand, I love the violence. 09, I think we all love 09 Orton. That's where we're at. On the other hand, it's like kind of corny. At times. So
you not liking it?
No. I love it, but but I can tell when it's like there's parts of his promos, there's parts when he's talking to other people where it does feel kind of forced, or it's like you're still knocking the rust off. Because you got to remember,
you're not convinced. You're not convinced,
right? Not yet, but I don't hate it. I love violence. Pat Cody Rhodes bad so out of there. So I'm pulling for that, but I can tell again, like I said, it's been a minute since he was heel, and has been enjoying this whole babyface run. This is something that I feel like he's always wanted to do. Not only that, be a mentor in the midst of that. Because you can see this out of nowhere relationship between him and Trick, which is so fucking dope. And I guess you could say he's righting a lot of his wrongs for what he did for Kofi, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? We live and learn. But yeah, I could just like some of the parts were like kind of cringe for me, but I understand too. Like I'm not bashing. It's like, okay, this is still new for him because because again, y'all remember y'all eloquated it so well. This was supposed to be Drew. You know what I mean? This was supposed to be easy. Easy.
Yeah.
Now I got to do things that I could always do. Like you said, Matt, it's always there. But I was enjoying this. I'm enjoying this part now. But shit, I can't tell because he still get pops.
And that ain't going to change, right? And that's not going to change. So even your point, so I don't want to speak for you, but like I think what you felt the same thing I felt Friday. The parts that you feel are forced is making him talk bad about the audience.
Yeah.
Damn that. Yeah. No, we passed that. Nothing Orton can say is going to make us boo Orton going into this match with Cody Rhodes. Don't even try it. He can do all the tendencies, do all that, right? But do not come on here and talk about how I don't need to. No, you two locked in, Randy. Since you've been back, all you've been doing is taking 15 minutes for your entrance. We are hearing your song play over 5 times before you even hit the pose because you taking it all in. That just didn't change over a week ago because you kicked Cody's ass, right? Like, let's stick to that. Mm-hmm. Let's stick to that. But that was what I was feeling. When he was sitting there, I was like, dude, just stay away from the crowd part of it because nobody's going to boo you because you call us idiots or whatever you may say. We're still cheering you come WrestleMania.
We're just going to be some cheering idiots.
That's it. Wrestling. That's freaking wrestling.
One more time.
So y'all
Cody's
really
there.
hurt my
One
heart.
more time.
It really hurt my heart. And y'all tell me how y'all feel about this part. And again, that's why I got kind of shook by the time Jelly Roll started talking to Randy backstage. I'm like, yo, he talking too long. Like he preaching a sermon. Y'all know how Jelly Roll get for those that, you know what I mean? Like he could be a little long-winded. You know what I mean? And he think he, Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? He's from Tennessee and all that. So. But anyway, long story short, the Matt Cardona, by the time that happened, that's when I was that's when it hurt me a little bit. And I don't know how Chaz feel about this, but like we know with Matt, the run he been on in the last few years, he reduced Matt to like the bottom of his shoe in that segment. When he like the indie nerd comment. And
wait, did he call him indie nerd?
I said, we doing this tonight?
Did he call him like a mark-ass stooge?
Yeah.
Sure did.
That's what my antennas first one up. I'm like, and we remember my bad, Chaz.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we remember the MJF Tony moment. And that was, I mean, but like this was a little different because it's not, we don't hear certain things on that program. I mean, we've heard everything under the sun said at AEW at this point. They've broken 4, 5, 6 walls. Yep. You know what I mean? Since that company has been in existence, in terms of and we know who the audience is. We're somewhat a part of the audience. You know what I mean? Being that we watch products for so long, but yeah, like Mark Ass Stooge and Indie Nerd was crazy. That was ridiculous, bro. That was a lot. And then we get to the end of the show. I'm like, yeah, he gonna screw Matt, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, you gonna go down to the ring and make it right. I'm like, no, in his mind, making it right is like pushing the issue even further with Matt and standing on what he stood on earlier, showing us basically what he did to Cody last week. And all of these guys is contemporaries. That's the, you know what I mean? It kind of not for nothing goes back, like I'm, Cena's promo. when Punk was in the ring, when he was asking Matt Cardona, and you know what I mean. Granted that Cody been here for a while, and granted that Matt Cardona is back now. You know what I mean. It's like we kind of all over the place a little bit right now in this WrestleMania season. And to the episode, I think that it was good because you had kind of Randy in like the main character spot of an episode. You know, it felt like, not that it is 09, right? But it's like that feeling like before you saw Triple H show up at that house. You know what I mean? It's like what's going to happen, like uncertainties. You know what I mean? And Randy Orton, like, you know what I mean, having his way always felt uneasy, and that uneasiness for me was back, especially when he had that conversation with Matt.
So, like, what evil things do you need Randy to do leading up to WrestleMania?
Nothing.
Let's get dark. Let's get negative. Let's get negative. Let's get dark.
He's got to do something else. Oh yeah.
Thank you. I was about to say
this ain't it.
Yeah,
this ain't it.
Yeah.
Well, we already talked about it. I need you to handle Jelly Roll. The problem is Jelly Roll gonna have a match at WrestleMania probably, right? But I would love for him to just, you know how Tony Storm looked on Dynamite? I want to see Jelly Roll look, but I want to see it being done in real time. I need that right there laid out. I need the blood. Give that all to me.
Man, you murder Jelly Roll.
Man, nah, I need him. He needs to. When Matt Cardona shows up in the wheelchair, you already know what time it is. That's what I need. That's what I need.
Let's get even darker. Do Matt and Chelsea Green. Let's get negative.
Nah. If he's gonna mess with somebody, his wife, you already know whose wife it gotta be.
Right.
Who?
Cody's wife. You know it's time to terrorize Cody.
Right. And Brandy with the shit.
She right. She would it. Man, I saw that tweet a couple weeks ago. I died. That tweet that said, Brandy, get your working boots on, girl. We got a story to tell. I died.
Yeah.
Man, I was like,
facts.
But they right though.
Sound pretty good. I like that.
It is time. Brandy, you already know. You know what it is. We got to make WrestleMania great.
I like that.
I mean, shout out to everybody in the chat tonight, man. Everybody joining. Good brother J Rod.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Rod talking about Jelly having plans before Gunther is crazy. They just like me from last week. I'm like, what Gunther doing?
Dog, that's funny.
That's our brother.
Wild, though, right? That's wild to think that.
Yeah. I think
injuries or not.
Yeah, I think it's a cool off that's taking place for something to take place after Mania. For something, I don't know. I think something is being like, I mean, he might even show up at Mania. Like, he might have an entrance. He might cut a promo and say, you know what I mean? They didn't have anything for me, or they didn't, I don't know. But I think something is probably being planned for maybe that Raw after Mania, probably.
I lean more to what you just said. Like, if you're going to do something to lead you into, you know, the new season or whatever the case may be, and this Cena loss has to mean something more.
Exactly. Yep.
That's, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta, all right now, because the whole myth is like, for a while, it was like, okay, you beat Cena, but what did it do, right? Before we got here, because Solo did it, took a while. Austin Theory did it. Well, that's just Austin Theory. But generally, that was like the thing is like, okay, you beat Cena, now what? Nah, that's different because you retired the man. So we got to build with something with this. So I think that'd be dope as far as leaning more into, like, you know what I mean, the powers that be holding me back. You know, I'm still be a heel, but just start cash shit about that and still be bashing the fans. So that'll be pretty solid. But Jelly Roll having plans for you though, it's still kind of
no, that do sound crazy. Remember, we back in Vegas, and he did tap out in Vegas, so he might have something to say to that crowd.
Yeah,
at Allegiant, you know.
I can see that.
That man probably hates Las Vegas.
I will say this: there was a conversation I was having with my cousin, and you know, my cousin is not necessarily privy to all of the X's and O's of how booking goes and all of that. That's why I enjoy having conversations with him, because he's just that casual fed Mark. You know what I mean? My bad, Scotland. Scotland doesn't like when we use the word fed. You know what I mean? Long story short. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Long story short, though. I was having this conversation with my cousin Zach, and we were having a little conversation about Ilya, right? And you know, the Umbiseg Bar Czar himself, you know, I mean, as he's known on Twitter, Ilya Dragunov, has quite a legacy with somebody like Gunther, right? When we go back to NXT UK, you know, granted he was under another name then. That's the version that I love much more. It's just, you know, the indie, you know what I mean, darling in me as well. However, he kind of booked that mellow, and he's not necessarily, you know, he's you know, he's black, you know, the kid's even Muslim, you know what I mean, Eid Mubarak and everything to him. But I got kind of offended because he was like, yo, like, why don't they take the US title take it back off of Melo and put it on Ilya?
Damn.
And have Ilya walk into Mania. Damn. Have Ilya walk into Mania, right? US champion, issue an open challenge. And then you hear Dvorak's number 9 symphony. Gunther shows up. But I was saying, like, yo, that's crazy. But I'm like, you know, I know a lot of people that would like snarl at that because of the fact that it's back in the mid card. You kind of getting back with Ilya. It's not like a legend thing. Like, people kind of have expectations now. And he's like, no. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, that's fire. That's fire. I'm like, no, it is fire. Like, it's not bad. But I'm like, whatever's going on with Gunther and this legend stuff, I don't know. But I'm like, I still like Melo as the United States. Like, but I'm like, to make Ilya a 2-time champion for that purpose, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze for the company. I'm like, it's great. I'm like, yeah, let's book it. Let's do it on our universe. You know what I mean? But
right.
So that was just one of those. That was the one fantasy booking from this week that I'm like, I don't know. People might be polarizing on this, but I don't know. What y'all think about that?
Stick to 2K.
First off, I love Ilya. Ilya is my guy. He fights with so much tenacity. Like, if I was a wrestler, I would like to be like him. But Carmelo can't drop the title yet. Now, for a hot second on SmackDown, I was like, Carmelo's about to lose. I'm like, oh my God, he's about to lose. And Ilya is about to win this. And then we'll bring it back at Mania. And then Matt's like, so you telling me that you about to have Carmelo not going into Mania with the title after all this time? I was like, okay, you got a point there. I'm not good at booking. I can just tell you how I feel in the moment. But I did think that, though. I was like, oh, Ilya about to get it. Especially how it led up to him having that conversation with Nick. Well, we didn't hear it, but we kind of knew how it went. I'm like, oh, he's about to get it. Now, his shoulder was still up, though, in the pin. So I wonder if that's going to come up. The commentators didn't mention anything about that. But to your point, as far as Gunther, I don't want to say it's going to be a step down for him. Like you said, mid-card. Gunther is the man. You have to keep him up there. Can't bring him down. You just can't. So I don't like that, only because now that's going to devalue Gunther and all of the Cena retirement, AJ's retirement. Like, it just devalues him. It just devalues him a little bit.
And even if you think about what they had,
meltdown if that happened.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, to me, you can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Now we just wasted all of that real estate, right? But even the scheduled match allegedly was supposed to be Gunther versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, and I'm a massive Rey Mysterio fan. But even that feels like a step down to me, unless that match was for Rey Mysterio's career.
Okay.
You go from Goldberg to Cena, then just to work a legend at WrestleMania like Rey Mysterio, a match that in no world, if we're looking at it on paper, should Gunther lose. So now, what are we really doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really doing here? Melo's got to go in as champion. He has single-handedly, well, he's got, of course, they've been putting him with great dance partners, but he has made that U.S. Open Challenge more than just a gimmick. Yep. Right? Like, that match is now typically the match of the week.
Yep.
Yeah. And for him to be able to do that this quick, I was surprised they ran him and Ilya on SmackDown. I thought that should have been the WrestleMania match. I felt like you could have got 2 more weeks out of Ilya saying no, and then finally saying there was only one place for us to do this match. Our history we had, and you know where it's at, right? And they can point to the WrestleMania sign and et cetera, et cetera. That's what I thought they were going to go. So when I saw that and a clean finish, I know Rhodesia said the shoulder was up. I'm like, they're not going to tell that story. They're not going to tell that story. You can keep it moving, right? That's not happening. So I'm interested to see now, like, just what they have planned for Melo. Is it a multi man match because we don't know what they're doing with Penta on the Raw side, which would seem like a multi-man match maybe, and you got to be careful doing too many of those. So, we'll see. But they kind of, for those kind of matches, they are a little bit run out of time. We need to know in the next week and a half, kind of the direction for those secondary titles.
Mm-hmm.
So like Gerard brought up here, I'm on this type of time because they've had so many matches, they can do a best of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7th one is at Mania, and that's the match that they have because Ilya and Melo's chemistry, their matches that they've had this entire time has been amazing. There hasn't been one that hasn't hit the mark. Their promos, their energy towards one another is spectacular, and I think it deserves a WrestleMania conclusion for the rivalry.
Heavy, real heavy. R-Truth and Damian Priest are your new tag team champions, guys. I feel like this is funny, and y'all saw the picture that I posted. I really could have brought it up. Weeks ago, about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. That was some of the best Truth stuff too, man. Like the Judgment Day shit. That's some of my favorite R-Truth shit ever. Like he just wasn't giving up. It was amazing. It was amazing. But Damian and Truth, man. Tag team title picture for Mania. We don't even really see the twins carrying their titles, right? We've seen them, when they've confronted Punk and all of that. Like, what's the scene looking like, man? I mean, why it's I don't know. What do we think?
Dumpster fire.
I'm gonna step away for a second on that.
Like, it's so sad that one of the best matches of all last year was the TLC tag team match on SmackDown, and the tag team division on SmackDown was looking amazing.
Yes,
and they had they had like storylines. They had tag teams that actually were involved in doing their thing, and then they insert the Wyatts, and that was it. It just disintegrated. Every bit of progress they made, gone. And then it's just been MFT and the Wyatts since then. And now you have a mismatched tag team of Truth and Damian Priest, which was funny. I'm not gonna say I didn't laugh because it was funny. Because it did look like Damian Priest had no idea they was gonna win those belts.
Not at all. He's like, oh shit. In the court, he's like, we champs. We champs.
Like he literally looked like the only person they told was Truth how that finish was gonna go.
Damn. They probably changed that finish mid-match because Tama was taking them pictures backstage at SmackDown. They was like, you know what? We flipping it tonight. We Truth shoot pin him. We gotta teach them a lesson.
Damn.
Oh man.
It's so bad. And then,
the reason why it's so bad because they spent all this time being MFT Wyatt 6. Nobody's bigger or better for it. So that's a waste. Then they had the tag titles. So you held the tag team division hostage with it. Nobody really cares about this feud anymore with MFT and Wyatt 6. Like what I was happy about was I was like, okay, at least the blow off match won't involve the tag titles now, right? So you move them on to Truth and Priest, which is, we know what that's for. It is supposed to be comedy. So I'm okay with it, right? Like I put okay in quotations because it's better than a Wyatt versus MFT WrestleMania match for the tag team titles.
Okay, that's fair. I can see that part of it. But hopefully they turn on Solo. But in all fairness, him getting compared to Roman, that was messed up. Like Roman used to like manipulate these dudes like big time. The first time Solo raised his voice at them, now he's Roman.
You Roman.
Right. There's levels of abuse. This is not the abuse to break up yet.
But to be fair, the MFTs wasn't there, right? So they only saw it on TV. They don't know what he was really giving the business up backstage. So he just thinks that's how Roman was. You know what I'm saying? And then they cut to Jacob fighting Drew, and nobody helps out Jacob. I know they got beef.
It's family, though. It's still family.
Is if you mess with one Samoan, you should be messing with all of them. Man, they shoot back. MFTs was gone. I was like, yo. They didn't give a damn about Jacob.
He got it.
Right. He got it. That's probably what they said too.
You gotta be close.
Like he the one that been in the penitentiary. So I was like, you know what I mean? Like the twins talk that penitentiary shit. That's him.
So he really did it.
Hey, man. They said Big Blood got it. We ain't gotta worry about that.
You know what I mean? By myself in jail. Love Jake, man. Love Jake, man. So I think for me, guys, also one thing that I got a little scared of, brother Matt, sister Rhodesia, Chaz Nolo. I thought them forces was about to lose them titles, man.
You thought the Bellas was taking it
1 weekend?
Oh.
I got a little shook during the match. I got a little shook.
Brother, I would have rioted if that would have happened.
Because I'm like, it ain't on their resume. But I'm like, I don't know if a TV episode is where they're supposed to fulfill that. But I'm like, I don't know, man. But I mean, granted, they definitely retained the titles. Pretty good match. You dig what I'm saying? Good, real good tag team match. I really feel like, man, like Lash. What y'all think Lash gonna turn on Nia? Y'all think that's the play eventually?
I hope not. Eventually all tag teams come up to break up. I mean, you're put together to break up. But hopefully no time soon. They look like stars together. When they first won the championship titles and they came in black and gold, it was like just a video of them walking in. I'm like, that is money right there. Don't mess that up yet.
No,
plus the story's not there yet. Eventually,
there you go.
Break
You're
it
right. Because I love violence. So I was like, yeah. Let's do it tomorrow. No, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, I think essentially we just gotta wait to see who's going to be the Shawn and who's going to be the Marty. But I mean, for them, let's let this rock out a little bit more. Yes. One thing I did appreciate though, just from like a locker room veterans perspective, and just I just love what this family does in this company. The night that they won the titles, if you go back and scour the TL, when they won the titles, Trips takes the picture with him, and then Nia walked off and said, "Yo, looked at Trips and said, Lash get her own." I just thought that was some gangster shit. I just thought that shit was fire. And for me, it looked like Trips, like he ain't know like she was gonna say that. And I don't know if that was awkward for him. I'm not sure. It's some jokes out there right now about Triple H and black people and whatever. But I just thought that Nia in that moment saying, "Yo, like photographers take a few more. Lash gonna get her own photo with her first WWE titles." I just thought that was real thorough, man. But not Chet.
She not slick. She trying to write something. I don't know what happened between her and Charlotte. I'm not here. I don't know what happened. But you're right. And I said this, I think maybe a couple pods ago, but it just feels like the locker room loves Lash. I get that vibe. I get the essence of like, she's beloved already. I think it probably started in NXT when they seen the talent, and then she feels like she, even though we project her as large as of life, and that's her persona, which it should be. I think she's a true student of the game. I think she wants to be coached. I would think she wants to be in these positions. You can see it, you can feel it. She's been able to churn whatever you give her into something. I remember the early days between her and that cat lady. Anyway. She made something with that, right? And she kept moving. Then comes, Metal 4, Rocket. You know what I'm saying? That was all she needed. So, and then when she loses, her running mate, shout out to Mara Sade, she still is like, all right, well, I still have to put on. And she understood the assignment. So, again, I said before, I thought she should have had gold. I thought they should have beat Bianca and Naomi that night to win those titles. I thought it was that good, and I didn't think it was gonna hurt Bianca or Naomi in no way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? That would have been a good passing the torch moment. Like, that's it, because that match was phenomenal. That, and then that one moment when Bianca and Lash had that thing, money. You know what I'm saying? So I wish they would have capitalized on the moment, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, to your point, Lo, it's good to see that she's beloved. It's good. You can see it in the ring. You can see outside of the ring. And yeah, sky's the limit, man. Sky is the fucking limit and beyond. She got it. She got the tools.
And what I always look at is like when you watch, and she's new into the game.
Yes.
Right? You know, but when you watch the match, this is what I always talk about. You take that match on Friday. You got the Bellas, you got Nia, and you got Lash. You got somebody who's never watched wrestling and say, hey, I want you to pick out the one who kind of just really got into the game. I don't think anybody would have said Lash Legend. So if you think about it, she's that good already. Like watching her, I am so high on her. I feel like she's one of those people that you can put her anywhere, you know, and she can do anything. And when I was watching her, I was like, yo, that eventual main event match of Rhea Ripley versus Lash Legend is going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. And she's there already. You know, she's there already. So shout out to her. To your point, and there's a lot of people we can look at and tell, right, how they like that energy that you feel off of them. We kind of got a pretty good idea who's a good person in real life, who may be an asshole. There's nothing that comes off of her body language that says like, oh, she's hell to deal with backstage, or she's an ass in real life. You can just see it and feel it.
I need that though.
What you need?
Rhea and Lash.
Oh yeah.
Just their little face off at the Rumble was great, even though the country that they were in did not appreciate it. But yeah, but nah, that eventual time is gonna be amazing to see when she gets everything she deserves. Now I'm gonna be the Debbie Downer here and let y'all know that more than likely the Bellas is gonna win those tag team titles in WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. Triple thread it up. Triple thread it up. You know, you already know it's a triple thread match, right?
Yeah. You already know what time it is.
Yep, they're showing that.
It's going to be the Irresistible Forces versus the Bellas versus the Ice Cream Twins. And then you already know the Bellas coming out on top, so they get that accolade.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Speech next night on Raw or whatever night, you know, speech, and then we got some shit.
I'm glad you didn't say that when Matt was on this episode, because it probably would have got ugly.
But then confrontation, But then confrontation, right? Bellas come out, do the speech, right? Boom, boom, boom. You know, tag team women's wrestling. We got these Jones, da. And hopefully Jade retain. But here's where I am with that. Mia and Fab.
Ooh. Ooh.
Cool. You know, but we gotta shake shit up. You know what I mean? Shows and you know what I mean? But we gotta shake shit up because they're gonna give the speech on Raw. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know.
Right. Let me slow down. Because under this administration, let me hold off. let me hold off. Because I see it. I see the vision. Nah, you're right. That will be pretty. If you was really about that life, as far as making this baddie 2.0 a thing, sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see them all with titles. Because I think
I would love it.
I think the right decision is Jade to go over at Mania.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been Rhea season for 5 years.
Yeah. Yes.
And I love Rhea. The shirt is right in there. But I'm ready to buy some more merchandise for my people.
Did y'all feel that same way before SmackDown on Friday? So if it was just Jade and Rhea straight up, no yet with Mia, no B-Fab yet, do you still feel like the right call would be for Jade to beat Rhea one-on-one, no shenanigans?
Yes,
that was my way to go for it before even that. Now adding the baddies to it just made me solidify my reasoning.
Well, now you have to, right? Yeah. Now you have to, because now what's the point of bringing them together a month before if it doesn't, her retaining? But I don't know if this is common sense or not. The second thing I thought when I saw it, because that was one of the funny things for me too. I was like, yo, if you can't beat them, join them, I guess, right? But I was like, oh, this is the perfect spot for Bianca to come back. Because Bianca's going to be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There we go.
Rhea is outnumbered 3-1.
I see where you're going. Okay. Yep.
That pop, when that music hits,
when
they are putting the boots, whatever show you decide to do this on, maybe you do it at WrestleMania. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine, they cost Rhea the title, they come in the ring, get some more heat on them, and that music, Bianca music hit. Got the goosebumps. Got the goosebumps. That place is going to explode.
It's been too long since we heard it.
That's the same spot where they had the match of the year candidate the year before with Io, Rhea, and Bianca. No, book that.
Nah. Yeah, one of the funniest tweets I saw was when they had the Kevin Durant go to state jersey, and they said this me and him and B-Fab.
Yeah. Hey man.
Hey, listen.
Join them, man.
Hey, listen. Katie got two of them things, boy. And an MVP.
Yeah.
It worked out for him.
Y'all see he has a sponsorship with a lotion with CeraVe.
Kenny still don't use. Brother looked the exact same.
Still don't use it.
They gave him a lifetime supply. He ain't cracked it.
Ain't done shit with it.
Don't know how to moisturize at all. Shit is terrible.
The commercial is so cringe, bro. It's like, where I got my man looking like this, man. Check probably crazy. Shout out.
You know that. You know it for sure.
Like, yeah, man.
Oh, God. That's funny.
These fools fell off of a building.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. They did.
That's how we end the show.
Yeah.
My voice cracked. I didn't mean to crack that.
What kind of match is this at Mania, y'all? What do we get?
We got to get violent, Lo. So go from there. It has to be violent.
Do we want another? Maybe have another 3 stages, sir. Do we want 3 more? Do we want 3 stages?
We saw all 3 already on SmackDown.
I just don't. What we do? What we doing to sell?
And that's the thing, right? Because once again, typically, if you pay attention, they'll always tell you. That's what I always say. Just pay attention; they'll tell you. We got a brawl throughout the entire arena outside. So either that means you lean into that, or you go the polar opposite way, which is put them in the cage. So they can't escape each other. So now it's just a matter of what do they decide to do? Do we really want to see? I wouldn't mind seeing Hell in a Cell with them, right? Does the story already call for it? No, it doesn't. Like the Hell in a Cell should be a blow off. I don't know if that's a blow off. I think any type of specialty match you put Jacob in, though, he's going to excel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think.
What about a violent, like, last man standing match?
You could do that too.
You can still go everywhere you want,
right?
And obviously, you just keep ramping up whatever you're doing. Would that kind of move the needle?
You could, and then the good thing about those kind of matches, you're always protecting whoever loses.
Yeah,
right, because they're not taking a pinfall, right? So it doesn't matter, right? Like whoever loses, they lost, but it's like they don't lose much from it. So I also think if maybe that's why they do it too. I know I think Drew's leaving soon to do a movie. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Jacob's going over. So then it's like maybe you just really put him over, and like really, really do it.
Damn, yeah, man.
Do like his cousin and run him over with a golf cart.
Nah, fuck that. Get one of Mario Kart.
Oh man, yeah, man. I think right now, like I said, we on that road. I think a few other things, just thinking about as far as WWE is concerned, man. Kofi and my youngin. I kind of want to touch on that a little bit because it is, these are 2 very high profile people in the community. And is it done? Do we still see interaction with Kofi and Javon? What we think?
Oh, it's not over.
Okay.
He's not going to take that no as a no. You see that man with no mustache? You think he gonna give up?
My man Kofi looked like he and Kofi looked like one of the Haitians, man. Shout out. You know what I mean? He looked like one of my guys from down Miami, from Zopan gang. You know what I'm saying? And which makes me think like that. It's like, what is he planning? Like, I don't. What's the New Day, as it were? Like, the New Day definitely still exists. I think that we can all agree on that. But like, and I don't think Javon joins no New Day. However, I just think I just want to see what the, you know what I mean? Like, do we get a Javon and Kofi match soon? Like, when do we get that? Do we, you know what I mean? So I'm just excited.
I wish I can give credit to the person I saw say this to, but I can't remember it. I would like to, like, if they have a match, I would like that to lead, like, Javon's positivity brings them back to having the power of positivity, the New Day, and then they're not like as the heels that they have been, and then they go back to being like the good guys that they were, because Javon is just brings that energy to them.
I like that.
That would be great, actually.
I like that.
That would be great, because then you could do Javon and Grayson Waller, right? Because now Waller's not going to turn babyface. Yep. Now you're talking about just Kofi and X, and their heel run is dead in the water anyway. You know, don't be any drop balls and what could have been, and like they should be the number one heel team in WWE, and it was there, right? All they would have had to do was just run the play, and even to this day, the same thing they used to do with Dom, right? You ran the play like a year ago. Dom, go out there, act like you're gonna say something. You ain't got no promo to cut. Just put the mic up to your mouth. They're gonna boo you. You walk out. They had that much heat after the Big E thing, and I hate to keep going back to it because it was gold, right? Like you had something right there. And I said the next week, put the titles on New Day, and then you keep it on them. And watch the heat that they would just garner. Yeah. And they didn't do it. So now for me, it's like, all right, well, they're still entertaining. But, all right, we can go ahead and we can turn him back babyface with Javon. Man, what does that do to him in his trajectory already? In the face of the fans, right?
Absolutely.
Well, he pretty much killed Ray Ray. That was probably right before Big E, I think, right? You know the timing on that. But when they killed Ray Ray, at that point, you've been nuclear heat at that point. And we know that we can either cheer them or boo them out of the place. And they so dropped the ball. Not to rehash anything y'all just said, but for real, it was one of those things like you had it. You didn't even have to do anything else. Just let it go. Let it go. And they didn't. They completely dropped the ball. With New Day
and kept them off TV.
That was the other one.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, y'all got a little too much heat. We wasn't playing that. Go ahead and stay home. Hey, relax a little bit. You don't have to worry about showing up just so it didn't come back and they don't have the heat no more.
Yeah, that wasn't go away heat.
Yeah, absolutely not, man.
You know? Yeah,
I just so much potential.
Yeah.
We amongst the chat. When we saw that pick, that was our pick of the year for the Tardy Awards.
Yeah, it was.
It was our pick of the year.
It damn sure was.
Because God damn it, they nailed it. And not even, let's even go back the moments before we got here, they nailed it. When they had that damn near 20-hour segment, which was really like 5 minutes, in the tunnel before going back. And I mean, the bars, the jabs were vicious.
Mm-hmm.
It was boom, 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 because those the best. When I have you have just as much knowledge and heat on me as I got on you. And now that the cuffs are off, oh fuck it, let it rip.
Yeah,
that's that for me. That's like a top 10 segment moment because you didn't know, you were like, oh shit. They about to fight. Like you didn't know what was real, what was a shoot. That's the best. God damn, man. God damn.
So as we venture on to Vegas and all of that, man. I don't expect things to be perfect. However, I need something better than last year. And granted, I was with my brothers last year for Mania. The two that's beside me. But we need we need to cook a little bit more. And I think that, you know, next few manias, we think about Saudi. I think we tried to talk about a few things here. It'd be great if they could slide back to Atlanta. And this is what I wanted to say around that time. Atlanta deserves that. They deserve a real good Mania week, bro. Like the Dome, you know what I mean? Like State Farm, like the city just deserve a real good go. So I really hope we could circle back to that. Maybe, I don't know, before or after the New Orleans thing. You know what I mean? I know that New Orleans, you know, still kind of waiting on some answers. But yeah, man. To kind of switch gears real quick, y'all, Chaz and all everybody, shout out to everybody that's joining tonight. Before I wanted to let y'all lead the AEW conversation, I just wanted to talk about SmackDown first. Here with our guests, and just, you know, definitely to give them the plate. But real quick, I just want to do just a quick overview of last night, if that's okay.
Let's go.
So last night, guys, Hills Have Eyes 11 took place from the 2300 Arena, formerly known as ECW Arena, more endearingly known around these parts as the Bingo Hall on 2300 Swanson and Rittner Avenues in South Philadelphia. You know, a lot has taken place under this roof, you know, Barely Legal, you know, all of the good memories y'all know, especially a lot of ECW shows took place outside of Philadelphia, as y'all know. But yeah, this is, you know, we was home. And so, you know, you pull up to, and just to set the scene, right? So we know that the fourth rope men's heavyweight champion is still, after last night, Zilla Fatu, right? He faced a gentleman last night named Cha-Cha Charlie, big Dominican Republic representative, big face, you know what I mean, who kind of garnered a lot of support from the AEW crowd. Signs in the parking lot: if Cha-Cha loses, we riot. Right now, that's currently some feelers and some conversations going on about, you know, the fourth rope booking things and things like that, which a lot of people aren't too mad at them about. But Zilla retained last night via a Superman punch reversal. So Cha-Cha Charlie goes up on the ropes. He tries his finishing maneuver, and Zilla lands a clean Superman punch to end the match in about 6 minutes. Now, a lot of people wasn't really,
Oh, wow.
Oh, I did not know it was that short.
Wow.
And granted, and you know, again, man, fourth rope wrestling, hip hop, there is a concert component to this where it's like you want to keep the crowd that's present active for a certain time. So we had like another 40 minutes of performances. State Property and DJ Drama closed the show.
Okay.
We had but like it was such a good booking because like everybody wanted Cha-Cha Charlie to win. Like, granted, we coming off of the Dominican Republic participation in the World Baseball Classic. If you're from New York City or if you're from anywhere in the Northeast, like, you're very familiar with what's going on. He came out with his Dominican jersey on. The bachata is playing. It was amazing. You know what I mean? But Zilla, he comes out red camouflage, Dudleyville. You dig what I'm saying? And so he kind of set the tone. But yeah, if Cha-Cha loses, we riot thing. I'm like, yo, we got some folks in the building that's really expecting this to go a certain type of way. But Zilla retains, man. Zilla came out afterwards, you know, celebrated with everybody. Very dope booking. I think last night Fourth Rope took a different turn in terms of like how we perceive them in their booking. Correct. So we have that. We also had the women's #1 contender match, Fatal 4-Way. You dig what I'm saying? And so you have Alexis Littlefoot, you have Zamaya, you have Mara Sade, and you have Tiara James. Tiara James comes out to the ring at first with in all her glory and her boas and robes on, looking like Elizabeth Taylor, the black version, mirror in hand. You dig what I'm saying? And she cutting the promo on us. You know, we back in Philly, y'all broke. It's stinking here. Like, Westside Gunn better give me my money, whatever his sorry ass at. You know what I mean? He the worst booker ever. Great ill promo. Amazing. Amazing stuff. You dig what I'm saying about Tiara James? So in this match, you kind of had a what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Like an allyship, right? Like a team. But it's Fatal 4-Way match, but like, you know, Mara Sade and Tiara James kind of was working together against Alexis Littlefoot and Zamaya. At the end of the day, Mara Sade wins the match. I really love how this match ended because it was back-to-back pins after Alexis Littlefoot first ate her pin, which was the first pin in the Fatal 4-Way, which all culminated in like another 2 minutes of the match. And Mara Sade is now your #1 contender for the women's world title. But in the women's title match, right, you have Rio, who is, you know, Rio was so amazing. I don't know if y'all saw my video or when I posted her entrance. I ended up getting a picture with her afterwards. But Rio is like the coolest person like ever. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my people from across the pond, especially all my black people, you know what I mean, in the UK. But Rio defends this title against none other, you know what I mean, than the Russian powerhouse, Masha Slamovich. So this was a battle of not only the streets, but like the streets of Europe. You know what I mean? You got Rio, pretty much the best in Europe right now. You dig what I'm saying? Running around, you know what I mean, from the UK, but, you know, got her flag in Belgium, got her flag in Germany. She's been everywhere, but we all know about Masha, you know what I mean? Like, she do her thing on this end, you know what I mean, for her people, you know what I mean? Slamovich, one of the dopest names in pro wrestling right now. Great match. You dig what I'm saying? Real back and forth. Both of them look real. They look like they've been working a lot lately. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this match could have easily been on television. I can't wait till this match hits the stream, but Rio retains the title. Lights go out. You know what I mean? Rio got this dope trap song she come out to, like UK trap type joint. You know what I mean? She was celebrating for a minute, throwing up the four. She had the belt, but then the lights go out. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Statlander is now in the fourth rope arena.
That's fire.
She moves down the ramp and she goes straight to Rio. She confronts her and she put her down. And she held up the fourth rope women's title. Nolo, Chad, Sister Rhodesia, Brother Matt, this is exactly what Chris Statlander needed. And we might talk a little bit about Chris when we go to AEW. I'm not sure, but this was amazing. You could see, like I said, it was a recent interview with Chris where she's giving this interview and she's really emotional. You know what I mean? A couple of AEW personnel guys, you know what I mean? She's giving this interview to when she was still champion, might I add, before Tekla got the belt. But you could just see the swag on her. And I was right there. I mean, that's the first time I ever saw Chris Statlander live in my life, I believe. At least that close. I did go to that Dynasty. I don't think she was on that card. I've been 3 AEW shows so far. However, it just was a world of difference on her. Like being and hearing people say her name and like, yeah, it just was dope. I just that was one of the biggest surprises last night. You dig what I'm saying? So you dig the women's picture is looking crazy. If you know Marsade is the number 1 contender, then I think Chris Statlander right now definitely the number 2 contender for that title. So, which definitely gives more credence to again these bookers that's running this company right now. So, run through the card a little bit more, y'all. We had the infantry. You dig what I'm saying? Charlie Bravo and Sean Dean versus 5150. You dig what I'm saying? Big Bronx, big New York City, Puerto Rican brothers. You know what I mean? Playing the big hills of the night. Come out, they waving the black and white Puerto Rican flag, saying "fuck Philly." All of the good things, you know what I mean? And Charlie and Sean kind of serve as the, you know, the babiest of faces for the crowd. You dig what I'm saying? U.S. Marine Corps, big tattoo across Charlie Bravo stomach. You dig what I'm saying? The Marine Corps founded right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Not saying that all of that was known amongst the audience at the time, but just different things I'm putting together. The salutes, all of those things. Infantry got the Dipset logo. You know what I mean? So they was welcomed with very open arms by the city. Great tag team match, you know what I mean? The infantry goes over. You then have Starboy Charlie versus none other than the real one, Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore comes out again, cuts his garden hate promo against us, him being from Jersey. You know, he talks about how Philadelphia is America's taint, is right in between New York and DC, basically being between the balls and the, you know what I mean? And so he goes into the whole thing, you know what I mean? And he's currently your fourth rope flyweight champion. Starboy Charlie, right, for me, amazing, right? A local drill team, and shout out to Westside Gunn and just everything. You know, if you see certain Westside Gunn videos, you will notice that in the hoods of East and West in Buffalo, you will see certain young black people playing drums, doing steps and things like that, right? For those that's unfamiliar in the audience tonight, that is called a drill team, you know what I mean? So I think that's something that happened recently. Is that the drill team that's the local of the one that where I'm from in West Philadelphia, West Poughton, the neighborhood has their drill team, which I spent some very small time with, but my brother and sister were really spent the most of their youth in West Poughton drill team. And the West Poughton drill team also, they entertain at the Sixers games as well. At the Sixers stadium, they're known as the Sixers Stixers. It's a really corporate name that the Sixers franchise put on them, but they're originally West Poughton drill team drummers and steppers and drummers. And they brought out Starboy Charlie. They did his entrance. You dig what I'm saying? Amazing for the hood, amazing for the city, just amazing. You know what I mean? So, but Enzo goes over. You dig what I'm saying? He's still your flyweight champion. Fourth rope, you know what I mean? Death match. You had Josh Cruel. I forget the guy's first name, but Josh Bishop versus Invincible Cruel, I believe the guy's name is. This mass big guy, you know what I mean? Real big threat. Josh Bishop goes over, as you know, he's one of the favorites in fourth rope right now. But yeah, amazing performances, man. DJ Drama, Beanie Siegel and State Property, Rome Streets, Bodie James. You dig what I'm saying? So it was just a really good night. Like I said, as far as the wrestling is concerned, I think the company has turned another tide here. We got Chris Statlander involved now, somebody who's currently on television. It's nobody that's like really currently on. I mean, granted, like I said, Sean and Charlie brought their Ring of Honor titles to a fourth rope show, which I think is really important. And we got an Ashe show going on right now too, which they easily could have been on. And yeah, it's looking like Kane and Darius really did their thing tonight, y'all. So shout out to everybody tuning in to Ashe. I'm gonna get with that after our show. But yeah, man, just real good show last night. I mean, for me, you all know what I'm a fan of. So I had the time of my life last night. It felt like I was actually at Mania, but like a Mania for the streets. So yeah, man, just real important night. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that came out, man. Just a real good night, man. All day, fourth rope all day, y'all.
Have they announced their show for Mania weekend yet?
Not yet. I think they close though, because they was at the Palms last year. They might run that back. Yeah. I think we might get that like in the next couple of weeks.
Where do you see, like, because you said that a tide is changing, and you're like your boots on the ground, you know what I mean, there, and obviously still tapped into, you know, what I like to call wrestling for the trap. Where do you see fourth rope taking their next leap? Because I don't, the way I'm envisioning fourth rope and where Westside Gunn wants to take it, he wants to be up there. Like when you talk about the names, WWE, WT, and he wants to ROH, he wants to be right behind that. That's where I see him wanting to go. And with the game we're in, not just the politics of it, but also a lot of the other indie ones, Ashe, Naptown, Flight Club, to name a few. It's not just an easy market to do that. Like, you're gonna have some stiff competition. But with that being said, they do present a different thing, like you said, that is dope. Ashe still do. They haven't done it in a while, but Ashe used to have like opening acts, but no, they're switching up. So they used to have like music artists will come in, kind of like a halftime show in between match and intermission. Beautiful artists. Learned one time they had Gold. No, I said it right. Gold. Yeah. He was there. Now they're doing DJs before the show, getting you pumped.
Yeah.
So I like what they're doing. But with that being said, where do you see fourth row like taking that next leap? Because I know they want to still merge both, but like you said, it's at a certain point in time, if you want to be like not take it seriously, but you want to have your graps to match the music, where do you see them taking that next leap?
Yeah, I think on the business end, so that's the thing. I think they're there as far as the wrestling is concerned. I think that like last night was really good. I mean, you even had like a Ninja Mac match. I forgot to mention like some of the like non-important, but you had Ninja Mac in there last night, man. Like, and what that kind of means to the culture. But and I mean, he killed it. He wrestled an awesome match at the age that he's at. You know, I mean, shout out to him. But what I kind of see on the business end first, I definitely see, hopefully, some type of partnership with TNA. I think that with TNA being on television right now, if you're, and I don't want to necessarily give the template or make this system seem like it's the system or the or the system of the template which you must go by, but we know of a world in which, you know, Evolve is now a part of WWE's system, right? It once wasn't. NXT is serving as WWE's developmental. I think that fourth rope isn't necessarily a developmental. Fourth rope is a very niche product for a certain niche audience member, just like how a lot of us niche audience members was around for a niche product called Lucha Underground.
Okay.
Or maybe you're Wrestling Society X, Tyler Black, right?
Right.
And that was on MTV. So I really hope we get some type of partnership with AMC. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know necessarily where we stream at. If Philo is a good streaming partner, you can still stream on YouTube. But I think if you're powered by a TNA, and if you advertise Fourth Rope on AMC television before, you know, on the bump before coming back to the match or however we're advertising it, I think that that's what I would love to see. And seeing this product just advertised a bit more, certain faces being shown on the advertisements a bit more, so you can know who's who and what's what. And again, man, like you got certain people that's a part of the AMC thing that's at Anthem. who could kind of relate to what's taking place culturally with something like a Fourth Rope. I know that Steve Harvey somewhat has something to do with things going on at Anthem and is on the board of approving what goes on television. I don't know how closely Steve Harvey is to the rap music. I know that when we watched No Cost a Thing back in the day, you know, he put the oldies on and all of those good things. And, you know, we know Steve Harvey coming from a certain day and time and generation. So I don't know. He's like the only person that stands out that's like close to anything relatively cultural or culturally relevant when it comes to Black people. So yeah, that's one thing. But on the booking end, though, I really think that Zilla is in a really interesting spot, also being the HOG champion. And so yeah, like I think someone like him is still developing as a talent, but like you got somebody where it's like Rio is your champion, and she's like one of the most like accomplished wrestlers in the world, right? And then you have somebody like Chris Statlander, a very high up household name right now that's coming. So you got a lot of what's going on here that's not necessarily developmental. You know, you got, like I said, Ninja Mac was in there last night, and there's other people who've appeared on Fourth Rope cards who we know and love that got that veteran status. You know what I mean? Shout out Myron Reed, who's been up here, who was just at the last Fourth Rope show. But yeah, I think that they might want to stick with a few people for as long as they can, like Azilla, who's definitely going to be on his way to other places, right? But if you can have certain synergies, you know, around that product with TNA, and there's again, man, like, and we know the conversation, like, you know, Westside Gunn and WWE aren't on the best of terms right now. But I think maybe something can happen on that TNA front, hopefully, man. Y'all saw Boogie wearing the TNA Fourth Rope shirt when he was on Locker Room Lead. So and that was, you know, I know that was just for like a particular purpose, like for I think the 6th or 7th show they did, when we had certain people show up like Moose and things like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, you know, but I think the business is what they want to address first, like how is this product going to get out more, and then you know, everything else is going to follow suit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, amazing night though, man. But yeah, thank y'all for that space, man. I had a ball last night.
Absolutely. You look like a little kid, man. That's how you look. I was very happy for you. Very Black boy joke. My heart was full for you, brother. I was like, brother, it's all happy and shit.
I could tell you about 2006, the greatest summer ever, when Rob Van Dam brought the titles back against Kurt Angle after one night only. I could take you to 1997, New Jack original, man. Like I've had so many great times in that building, but it's like last night, it reminded me why this building exists.
That's all right,
and Rhodesia, I mean, Sis said something real important earlier, like when y'all went to Black and Gold the first time, and that's great too, because like another thing is like I'm a Full Sail student, so like around that time, that's when I was at Full Sail, and it just amazing. Like I use this analogy all the time. I felt like a Duke Blue Devil fan being at Full Sail at the time when Black and Gold was going on, just the pride and just like going to the TV tapings and all of that stuff. But long story short, something that you experienced that's as close to an ECW crowd. That was a very ECW crowd last night, even with, you know, the Sandman pulling up, Hack pulling back up.
Oh, sweet.
You know what I mean? And everybody thinking he's coming from out front, but nah, like he coming through the crowd, just like the old times. And it's no more bleachers in ECW arena. Like it's like a completely different building now. You know what I mean? It's a lot that's taking place in that building. Like it's no more risers, you know, it's just all floor, but just amazing stuff, man. Just amazing.
That's when wrestling is done right. When you get those reactions, when it feels good inside, when you feel like you could be a kid again, where you don't have to worry about certain things. So I'm just immersed into this experience. That's really good. I feel really good hearing your breakdown of that show.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, even listening to y'all show gets me as an adult. Like I'm very excited to watch wrestling because like y'all still watching it. You know what I mean? Like these guys here still watching.
Because we so damn old. Is that why?
Well, listen,
I know he just started talking about the youngest, right? Now hour two is a whole different situation in the first hour.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all are definitely too madre and too padre. Y'all are definitely the age thing. Like, because when I'm looking at y'all, I want to look like y'all. Exactly like y'all in life, wherever I'm going, how happy y'all look, how y'all be glowing every week on the show.
Thank you.
These people are 23.
Hey, I heard Matt I heard Matt say he's been watching wrestling for 40 years, and I just looked at him. I was like, 40 years?
He said 40. You said you came back 3 times in different lifestyles. You just putting them all together.
No. You 40, my nigga?
Yeah, a little bit older than that, brother.
Nah, you Highlander. I got it. You Highlander.
Yeah.
Fighting people. It's like your side hustle. Like when you go here, I got it. I got you, man. All right. I got it.
That's what took me off guard. I was like, whoa, wait a second.
But you know, it's funny, but like to Rhodesia's point earlier, she was talking about for the longest, and now, of course, wrestling in the last, I mean, what would you guys say? Maybe 5 years, 6 years, like is now much more accepted out in public. Probably maybe right. Maybe right. You know, right around that 5 or 6 year mark. But when we used to go to WrestleMania every year, we would get looks that y'all would never believe when we'd be back at home. And because I tell people like, yeah, you know, we watch wrestling, we love wrestling, et cetera, et cetera. And it was always the same. Wait, y'all watch wrestling? And it's like because they had that thought process of what your typical wrestling fan looks like, right? What they consume. But that's kind of just like to circle back this whole conversation we started with earlier with like why our spaces are so important. Because yes, we are wrestling fans. Yes, we are comic book fans. Yes, we are sports fans. Yes, we are movie fans. You know what I mean? Like it's not just one type of particular race or religion or gender that watches professional wrestling. We all do. Because you can't get as popular as wrestling is unless everybody partakes. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
like, so we got a lot of closet wrestling fans out there. But yeah, but you know, shout it out loud and proud. But yeah, man, I've been watching this thing for a long time. Yeah.
Grizzled black graps.
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
I got one, Scott. I got
one. I see you.
Yeah, man. But no, shout out to everybody that came out last night.
Hey, shout out to me.
You know what I mean? And great fucking job y'all doing, man. We cooking right now.
30 for 30.
A lot of our folks is cooking right now, man. A lot of times I'm just like, yo, is this ever going to like fade? Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like especially like leading up to like, because for me like WrestleMania like 39, I'm like, all right, like I know we in the city next year. Like I know it's a lot of things going on, but like, where's the like space going? Do we get more? You know what I mean? Because we've had people like, you know, bow out and, you know, not do certain shows and then come back and things like that, like even some of our friends. So I just think right now it's just a real good time. You know what I mean? So just shout out to everybody, man. Everybody, literally.
And we can learn from each other. You know, be
100%.
wise with this. Be wise if you then dealt with some shit and I'm on that same trajectory and we talking and we cool because it's all in love. I ain't about to go through that, what you went through. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for doing that for us. But that's what community is about, like true community. And we don't have to lose who we are. Each of us is different in our own ways. We have our own personality. But if we could just do this in love, I know that sounds corny, but come on. Y'all can't stop us.
Right. Yeah. And that's why we do episodes like this. You know what I mean? So very well said. Very well said, Sister Rhodesia. Really appreciate that. Matt, did you have anything on that point? My bad, Chaz.
Yeah. That's freaking wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the sauce. That's the juice. That's the cheat code. I think one of the things, because I'm still a baby in this game. So been watching wrestling all my life, but just now being a real student of it for the last, we won't say Nolo, 4, 5?
Something like that.
Yeah. So the last 4 or 5 years, it's really ramped up. But the graps isn't always the biggest thing for me. It's this. You know what I mean? It's just building, bonding with like-minded individuals, with the culture, with black people. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you're at in it, and then finding the common thread that you like. The graps. It's very simple. You know what I mean? It's that simple. And we're pretty sure we all have different stories of when you make it convoluted and you allow certain politics to move you in a certain way. And it is disappointing. But I I don't lose too much sleep over where other people are at, or how they got there, or who's supporting who. I can only stay awake to the people that's in my village. You feel me? Like that's what I'm gonna concern myself. I can't worry about the outside noise. Like for me, for the longest, it was like, yo, you cool with Scott and Nolo, man, you cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I moved because I love them so much. Yeah. And I hold their opinion very high. So whoever it was, and I didn't have to know anything about what you got going on. You was cool with them, you cool with me. That's just how I move. That's just how I'm set up. I have that trust and belief to know you're not going to put me in a situation where I can't get out, where I feel uncomfortable with. So I've been very fortunate, very thankful to be in the space that I'm in with these brothers. I'm very fortunate and thankful to be closer to my dreams than I ever been before, because I found an outlet and I found a village to help me get there. So I feel like when times like this in the graps, especially when it comes to the Fed, or we want to call it WWE, whatever the case may be, you get to a space where it's like, why do you continuously let us down? Yeah, I know I'm not your market like Noah. So I got it. I know you ain't pitching me. I know where you're going, but you don't get here without us. That payback should still be there. That love should still be there. Can't just throw it all on trips. Could a lot of it, sure, but now it's bigger than him. You know what I mean? The game is bigger than you, baby. So
right.
Good intentions. That's washed because the money bigger than you. Could have got ahead of it. No, that's neither here nor there. But when we see the product go the way it doesn't go, I feel like, especially for us, we like, well, look, either we gonna laugh at this shit or just complain. And I don't really feel like complaining. And that's what we do. Like, we're gonna take some and make it funny, or make it at least talkable so we can get through it. So I think that's the dopest thing about our culture and our circle, and people that we rock with, and people that we've connected, people I've connected with. Like, we just lean on each other a lot when it comes to times like this, and don't take it too seriously, because life be life. This is the last place I need life to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get away somehow. So I'm gonna choose this, and I'm gonna choose it with my village. Just keep moving. But yeah, man, I think, like I said, it can be so simple. And when you don't make it simple, it's always just very disappointing that you choose that route. But you know, that's the breaks.
All right, man. It's all good, man. I just usually try to focus on the positives of all this thing.
Babyface.
Yeah, you know.
What do you want to? That's a quotation. That's air quotation. That's air quotation.
Hey, stop being negative. But nah, man, just I have been we have been doing this pod for like 6 years, and I have had the pleasure of meeting some really awesome people that from this space, and I've gotten to go to 2 WrestleManias that if you told Kid Me that I was able to go to one, he would be jumping for joy. And it was an amazing experience both times. Got to finally meet my man, link up with Lorenzo in his hometown of Philly for WrestleMania 40, which is one of my favorite moments. And yeah, man, just everything about this. I feel like we cultivated a beautiful space, and the people that we have interacted with has been nothing but amazing. And I am happy that we can continue to do such things. And my favorite comment that we have ever gotten from someone is that this podcast reminds them of the New Day podcast. And I wanted to put that on in a nice little frame in a tweet, because it makes
put it on a t-shirt. Bring that up and put that on a t-shirt, man. Like, but shout out to you guys, because you guys have built a really strong platform for, I mean, just to hell with, we talking, of course, us as the culture, Black people, but just in general, you know what I mean? Like, you guys have done some really strong things, social media and out, boost to the ground. So shout out to you guys. Like, I know you guys don't, but don't discount that. Right? Because a lot of times, you talked about it just a little bit ago, not worrying about what other people are doing or saying, which is really hard when the majority of doing this is social media. You kind of got to see what other people are doing, right? You can't be closed-minded. This ain't a race where, hey, if I just look straight ahead, that's what it should be. But when you got everybody around, you are going to see what's happening. And then there's times where you can start doing the comparison game. You can start doing well, damn, why am I not where? And that is Comparison is what they say. Comparison is
thief of joy.
There it is, a thief of joy.
Yes.
Man. One, if you lock in on what you are doing with the people you want to do it with, man, this thing is beautiful.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big hug. Wow.
Yeah. Yes, man.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I mean, before we, dip up out, we want to go over a little bit of AEW stuff.
Absolutely.
Of course.
The number one brand.
What's on your mind, man?
Revolution was like the best pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah, Revolution
start there.
So good, yeah. Even we said that on the last episode.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, even we said on the last episode, Rhodesia, my bad. I'm just like, she's right. It was the best, but like Revolution is just always so good. Like,
which to be fair, low bar.
Except for 21. Right? Except for 21.
If we're talking 2026, you going against the Rumble and Chamber as pay-per-views. AEW hadn't had one.
But still, it's still the best.
This will be one of the ones. If it was December, we having the same conversation about being one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
Yes.
Like that show, and I'm so happy. Like, I am ecstatic. I stopped watching AEW for a year. It was a year last November, and I came on to our show, and I literally gave a eulogy. And I said, AEW is dead to me right now.
We had a trumpets and
it was a whole thing, right? And when I tell you, so Lo, you asked earlier, like, hey, what were we as kids? What was I as kids? I'm like WWF all the way through. From 2020 to 2023, 2024, it was AEW. If you go back and listen to probably like our first 50 episodes, it was very pro AEW. And the thing is, we're not tribalistic. So I'm sure we done lost some fans. Like, man, y'all switch up too much for me. Like, I'm trying to be pro this and like con that. We don't do that at all. Like, if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. And it got to a point where I'm talking like we've been to countless AEW shows. We've traveled. We lived in Chicago for a few years. And they were running Chicago every 3 months. We was at every single show. And it got to a point for me where I'm like, this is not hitting the same anymore. It felt like the stories weren't making sense, et cetera, et cetera. So like I did a whole thing last November. I'm like, look, it's dead to me for right now. I'm like, I'll be back. I'm not going to just start shitting on the product, but I don't find, I'm not entertained by watching the show. I see more things that's wrong than that's good. And the things that were wrong to me was like blatant, where I'm like, yo, y'all could have spent 4 months on that one program and really got something out of it, but you just blowing it off in 2 weeks. Like that's hard for me to get behind, right? So they went through that for a while, and probably I would say the last 6-7 months, no, maybe even longer than that. Maybe a little bit after Mania last year, they kind of started getting their footing a little bit, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm back kind of watching a few Dynamites. I ain't gonna watch Collision. You know what I mean? I'm like a Saturday, you know how that thing goes. Brothers, I am now locked in every single Wednesday and a lot of Saturdays watching AEW. They have done such a 180 turn. Shout out to Tony Khan. Shout out to AEW. But we know this thing, right? If you've been watching wrestling for any amount of time, hell, any entertainment, it goes in cycles. It's going to be up, it's going to be down. It's going to be up, it's going to be down. And right now, they are trending up. And if they can continue that momentum that we saw on Revolution, I don't know so much about Dynamite, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what this Wednesday looks like. They are in a good space. I'm really happy that we got AEW back to where it needs to be.
Man, yeah, Revolution. I mean, even going back last week, did y'all see the coffin match?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Partly.
Yes,
That was fun. That was real fun.
Look at it. Look at that violent. That man love all the violence. He loved every second of it.
Look. If it's violent, look.
I don't know how y'all Darby in the AEW championship scene. I need more convincing. I mean, granted, he just beat Gabe Kidd, right? And I think that Gabe Kidd has a certain tenacity where like this is not over yet. But yeah, what we see? What do we see Darby really doing in this title scene? Like, and when does he ever get this title at a certain point? As granted, it's a lot of conversations, the Hangman stuff, you know what I mean? But it's like, in reinstatement, Swerve challenging Kenny for certain titles. of the company, and but it's like, yeah. I don't know if Darby is AEW like Darby is AEW like through and through, right? But like
that man put it on a mountain.
Yeah, I feel like he got to Mox first for whatever Mox got. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out when it comes to Darby, and if you know.
I mean, we're gonna keep it
real. You got MJF, yeah.
Now go ahead, Rhodesia.
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Okay. My thing on Darby, he's absolutely AEW. I consider him a pillar of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of who he is and what he's known for, a championship, the heavyweight championship, may not ever really be needed. Does he deserve it? Hell yeah, he does. Unlike what Jared just said. But you know, he's still Darby Allin. He still bring people into the arenas, the small places that they go to. He still get eyes every week to watch a Darby Allin match. He does. Does he deserve a championship? Yes, he does. But the thing is, I think he's just such a gimmick to his carelessness of life that does he need a championship on him because of that? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yes, I think he deserves it, but I don't think maybe it's needed.
Ooh, I feel like the perfect chance for him to have won the AEW championship was kind of when Hangman won it. And so like last year, Hangman's story was a lot better, but you can see before Darby went away to go climb Everest and everything, that he was like leading up to be like the man, but he went to go climb Everest and we ain't know if he was going to come back or not. So can't really put a title on someone that you know is not going to come back alive. So they went with the best story and the protagonist of AEW, Hangman Adam Page, which was a great culmination at All In last year. But like Rhodesia said, he deserves it. I can see it happening one day, but who knows when? Because the main event picture in AEW is crowded with some shooters.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, man. What's that meme you always bring up, Nolo, about Toy Story and Andy?
Oh yeah, when he drops Woody.
Yeah, we might.
You over it? Is a wrap?
Yeah. This is tough. This is tough because I agree with both of your points, and we all agree. Like Darby deserves the chip. Darby has earned that spot. But it's hard to replace what we all thought should have happened. Him being the one beating Hangman.
Yeah.
That should have happened. That was the game plan. We were all in. All in.
No one else beat Mox.
So that's where I feel like it may. That's why I say it may pass him by, because not to say you can't try to create something, but that was just a natural thing that slowly, it was a slow burn, right? Because remember, we were all like, well, most of us was like, yo, when is this Step Rider shit? It's losing its juice. I'm over it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I was with it, but now it's gone convoluted, and it went past what we thought was going to be like this AEW versus Death Riders thing, which did nothing. So when it finally came back around, on top of Mox, you know what I mean? Or that was after he won the Continental title. That was after. But yeah, on top of this came around, they started to reel people back in slowly but surely. So it was again another slow burn. That was the moment to knock it out the park. So trying to recreate something like that again, good luck if you really are serious about it. But like you said, Lo, like you said, Nolo, we got some hitters on deck that when you say their name, it's like, yeah, that sounds good. We'll just start with Kenny Omega. You know what I'm saying? That is the play. We'll see what happens, because I have no idea what's going to really happen now. But it feels like that's the play. We got Andrade, who's in fuego. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Osprey's here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Fletcher's ready. Kyle Fletcher is ready. So hey, listen.
And then you got Brody King, and then you got Swerve.
That's what I'm saying.
And you got people like your son Nolo, who I think is still on a certain trajectory, who might beat out guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, now Kevin Knight what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with that? You want me to slide Darby over? Listen, no disrespect. Kevin Knight's the culture. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do.
This sounds like the same conversation we had with Hangman.
Yeah.
This is the same as that conversation we had that it might be time has passed Hangman, even though we love Hangman.
Yeah.
Time for other people to have a spot.
I'm sorry. I want to ask a question. I'm just trying to be cognizant of our time and our guests, but it's like, what happened with what happened? I'm still confused. We were at Globe Life Arena or Stadium, wherever the Texas Rangers play at. He won. Like, what?
Incredible moment, right? Maybe moment of the year in all of wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he finally did it. We finally got the title out the briefcase. Yo, we are heading where we need to go to. And then the title reign just failed.
That's wrestling.
And I think some of it was his fault. But I also think the booking wasn't the best. Like, I'm really big on when we flip titles, what's the next couple of programs? Mm-hmm. Right? We are seeing it in WWE with Oba Femi. All right, y'all decide to pull the In Case of Fire with Brock at WrestleMania. Y'all better know what he's doing at SummerSlam. Y'all better know what he's doing at War Games and Royal Rumble. Y'all better know that he's in that main title match at WrestleMania next year. Like, this ain't the time to start playing around. So, like, with Hangman, you got him the title back. And I think we all thought kind of like, oh, all right, this is maybe where the Death Riders break up. Right? Like, Mox ain't got the title no more. You've been preaching all this stuff to us. Now it's time for us to get it back in blood on you, Mox. And man, what that could have turned into Mox versus Claudio, like all that, right? And then we were actually at the AEW show after All In. And they ran a tag match with Death Riders versus Hangman. I forgot who he was tagging with. I was like, yo, wait. We doing this again? And they proceeded to kind of stay on that trajectory. Nobody wanted to see that anymore.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, that's more of a missing creative than is Hangman. And when you got it, you got it. You gotta roll with it. And I think that was just a miss. And I don't think he ever really caught back up in that title reign. And we were like, all right, well, now we got this fatal 4-way match. Anybody but Hangman.
Oof.
And that's what it was.
I feel like personally that they like, why couldn't you like MJF's title run since he's gotten the title back? Great. He's done it. He's done his thing from like he's done. There's nothing I really have like anything negative to say about it. Why couldn't you do that with Hangman? It seems like every time Hangman gets the title, y'all just be like, what are we gonna do now?
You know what it is? Hangman is too noble. I think he's too noble of a man as a character. Ever since he said what he said, the Punk, it's almost like he stands up to. I think I kind of just figured it out. I know I asked the question, but and we might want to discuss a few other things about, Collision and Diamond. But real quick, we sat through a very long year. If it was a year of Jon Moxley not showing us his title, that's what we know champions to do. They wear that title, they rock it. It's however much it weighs. These big, strong people lift up these metal objects and show us the prize, the trophy. You know what I mean? The wearable trophy. That's, you know what I mean, in pro wrestling. So where I am with that is that Hangman is this really noble guy, you know what I mean? Like biggest baby face in wrestling probably. And I think that the AEW audience got used to a certain type of treatment by a world champion. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a fact. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're failing with seeing a regular champion again like having that moment, like having like that thing. And I think after the fanfare, like things got kind of dull, because I think that the Death Riders did provide a certain, like, especially early Death Riders was, for me, really great television.
It was,
especially by the time we get the full gear. You dig what I'm saying, and you kind of get that like the total video package they did, the one that I was talking about on the awards last year, when they were centering everything around the Death Riders and everything that's going haywire in the Death Riders right now, or everything that's going haywire in AEW right now is kind of due to the Death Riders. And we see that everything that was going at the time with Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends, like some really dark stuff. You dig what I'm saying? So it's kind of, the Hurt Syndicate, the way they was running around crushing shit. You know what I mean? Like, so we got used to a certain type of, I don't know, like feeling of like, I don't know, of something in AEW by the time, if we've, everybody's here seen The Wiz, at the end of The Wiz, can you feel a brand new day type feeling, after Eveline dies? I don't know. I don't know. Like we weren't satisfied with that level of like a babyface champion again. I don't know what it was. I think it's something like that though.
I don't have an elephant mind for wrestling at all. But now that you say that, that makes me think the biggest champions in their reigns on AEW has always been a bad guy. Besides maybe Hangman the first time.
Ooh.
I mean, in the last few years, especially when they fell off.
Yeah.
In our way of them falling off. Like, I think that the bad guy being a champion, that could just be just in pro wrestling in general. The bad guy being more watch, much see kind of thing. But you might be right. There may be something to it where a babyface champion in AEW on the man side may not hit the way it should hit.
Because we know it's much harder to book for a babyface. It's much harder to book for a babyface champion than is a heel champion. And typically wrestling is more of a heel territory.
That's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah, Swerve, right? Swerve was a heel. But was he?
Nah, Swerve.
He's a
Swerve
tweener.
wasn't.
I think Swerve is a tweener.
You know what I'm saying? But what?
Swerve is a tweener.
When he got the championship, I don't think he was.
I don't think so either.
No.
Yeah, right.
No.
But it's much easier to write for heels as a champion. Because you can protect them more, right? Like there's different things you can do. That is an interesting thought though. But just to go really quick back around to the Darby piece, I think we all know he's not going to win the championship, right? We all agree with that. Right now, in this title reign of MJF, well, we got Kenny, got Ospreay, right? Okay, so then I would say I agree that he should get a big match with MJF. Because that's really what these are for, right? MJF can only drop it once. Now we can have the conversation another time when that is that this year at All In, do you just say, we're going to ride this streak until we don't? And if that is All In, if that is World's End, whatever that may be, but they have all these matches set up with all these top guys. He can only lose to one of them. So if you wanted to say somehow we get Darby first, before we get MJF and Kenny, before we get MJF and Swerve, before we get MJF and Ospreay, before we get MJF and Kyle Fletcher, because we got to get that, I would say, all right, that's cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's main event either, a pay-per-view or a special edition Dynamite with MJF and Darby on top. And I would say, okay, yeah, he's good with that. But talking about put the title on him in our Lord and Savior 2026 and all these other bangers out here? Yeah, no, I don't think so, man. God bless, though.
Yeah, man, I think a lot of times as wrestling fans, like we get what we ask for, even if we don't know, like what's on the other side. I want to go back to the first Double or Nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Probably one of the biggest pops I've ever heard on television. I believe it was May. That was the very first Double or Nothing. I believe that was Memorial Day weekend. John Moxley, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that reaction that John Moxley got, like that set a certain standard. And so in the video package at Full Gear, where he talks about, while, ever lovingly, November Rain by Guns N' Roses is playing, he talking that Death Rider shit. Like it only can ever be one king. I'm him. You know what I mean? We're going somewhere. You want to go with us, you can get down or you can get flown over. Like I'm thinking about Double or Nothing. Yeah, there can only be one king. Like y'all, like the AEW audience, like y'all made this man king. And we was doing a lot. We was doing a lot at that time. He getting out of there, gas mask, pooper scooper, all this dumbass shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like we was ready. We was ready for old John from Cincinnati to come back. You know what I mean? And he did. And did his New Japan thing. Oh my God. You know what I mean? So it's just like we asked for that. And I think that when we got on the back end of the Death Riders thing, we might have wanted something new, but I don't know. They AEW people is a very interesting wrestling audience. I'm very glad that this wrestling company exists because it's like a social experiment.
But I know we got some other points to hit, but
yes, sir.
Real quick, but
yes, sir.
To that point, it didn't even help Hangman, like you said, Matt. Like when I saw the match after, I said, "What are we doing?" I thought this was over. What? Huh? What? I was for sure they was about to go off into this, sunset. Mox about to get Molly while we gonna no. So seeing that, and then that didn't help the Hangman story or him moving on. First thing, then you have the Continental Championship tourney. Mox got over the moon again. Again. What? And it natural, organic, didn't do anything crazy, just did Mox. And it worked again. I don't know how the fuck he finagled us. He did it again.
Finagle the bangle.
And then, so that doesn't help, right? I think I'm curious. I'm very fucking curious. And I know we're going to move on, but I'm just very fucking curious how this Death Rider thing is. Because now you're about to put yourself in this predicament where if you don't do it right, it can be catastrophic. Because there were so many, I don't want to say so many. There were key moments where you should have pulled the trigger, where it would have been dope, and you didn't. So now it's like, what do you say? What's the big payoff? You got to pay us off. I hope you want to pay us off. You want to keep this thing moving because you want to skyrocket, and that wouldn't help.
Brother, so I think the time has passed. I think the time has passed. I don't think there is a way they can catch either one of those two times. They cannot catch them beating the dog shit out of Mox after he lost the title, and they can't catch when he won that Continental Classic tournament, and we're like, oh, here it comes now. There's not, to your point.
Yeah.
There is not a storyline that they can do, in my opinion, I don't think, that is going to say, oh, that makes sense of why they waited all this time to now turn on Mox. I don't even think they have a plan of a turn for the Death Riders. I think they feel like this is one of the stables in AEW. This is one of the stables in professional wrestling, and they're going to ride it until the wheels fall off.
Sheesh.
I be popping myself all the time. Matt knows this. Over and under. Who's breaking up first? The Death Riders or White Six?
The White Six. White Six.
White Six.
The White Six for sure.
Bro, listen, man. Joe Gacy. Like I see some. I don't know, y'all. We might be in for one of these days. We're gonna wake up. You dig what I'm saying? It might be a few hours later for us because Sister Ro and Matt gonna be in Spain.
Yeah,
but bro, like, we gonna have another red wedding. I said this a few episodes ago. It's another one is coming. We gonna get another. We getting releases. Releases is coming.
Do you think? You thinking after Mania again?
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh. Yeah. TKO at the helm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like to do.
And shout out my people who I'm thinking of. I don't want to say no names right now.
Right.
I know I just said one.
Right.
And I'm only saying names I think they could be successful elsewhere. And they
of
can
course
serve.
They can. Of course they can. Right. But to your point, this conversation, that is why I went with the Riot Six breaking up before Death Riders.
Oh, so wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I meant storyline.
Hey, shoot. I know you're talking storyline. We're talking shoot here.
Hey. It didn't matter how they broke up. Just that they broke up first. I was saying, it is A-okay.
Damn. But you know what, man? Shout out to the Death Riders. I'm still in it. I'm still invested. I just want to see the end. I'm just ready to see what happens.
Yeah.
That's it.
He sure ain't on that list.
Oh shit, nah. That motherfucker is making pesos.
That man is kissing babies in Mexico.
My God.
Love wigs.
Shout out to Samantha Irvin too, man. Just because.
Yeah.
Always shout out Samantha.
She's always put him over. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Always shout out Samantha. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every day. Wale Mania, she played Razor Ramon's theme on the flute.
Oh man.
What is it?
Smoked it.
Clarinet. I can't even.
Oh, that was dope. That was dope.
Yep.
And then sung the chorus vocally. It's like, what are we doing? Like that's the definition. That's the definition of Federation people. Cause that's why I had to ask y'all. Yeah, I mean, I ain't never forgiven the Fed for that. Maybe she wanted to walk away. I'm not too sure, but yeah, man.
Well, the wild part is putting her under a 2-year non-compete. That's the wild part. This lady is a announcer because y'all wouldn't let her do more.
To me. I ain't even know that.
And I get how I got the Fink and then I got Samantha Irvin. If I was a little bit younger, I would have Samantha over number one. To me, she is already one of the GOATs of all time in announcing, right? Like,
she's my number
so
one.
I understand not wanting her to go, but if she says, look, I got dreams of being more, you see how good I am as being an announcer, I don't even want to do this shit. Really, what I want to do is be an on-screen character. Okay, I get if you feel like we don't have a spot for you, but then to let her go, but then have her under a 2-year non-compete,
that's crazy.
Well, if she was that valuable, why didn't you use her the way you thought or the way she wanted to be used? 2 years is nuts for a non-compete for her announcer.
Oh my God.
Like, dog. You could have just did the usual like 90 days and kept it moving, man. You ain't have to
Exactly. But when she shows up on AEW as Ricochet's heel manager, we're gonna be smiling from ear to ear. So I'm sure she's like, watch me smoke this.
Mm-hmm. And she's going to be announcing him, right? Like on some Paul Heyman shit, probably like as the valet, or that's gonna be amazing.
They're gonna turn that up, yeah.
That's gonna be amazing, man. That's gonna be amazing.
She gonna be like my man in ROH, I think with the premium athletes, but he about to announce. He'd be like, nah, you're good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be her. And,
right.
We gonna eat. Shout out to black women, bro.
Oh, speaking of black women, because I remember we had this in the notes.
Yes.
What about Willow? What you had some thoughts about Willow, love?
Yes, that's Brother Nolo. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, so I think it's safe to say we consider Willow like one of the, maybe not of a pillar, but one of the like the first real stars that came out of AEW, right? That's safe to say.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I have seen most of the OGs outside of maybe what's her name? Fuck. No, she wanted to. The ball and birds.
Jamie and Alex Winslow.
Jamie, she had it before, so I'm sorry, right? She already had it. Take it back.
Yeah, she's like,
most of the OGs of the women. Again, Tony came from whatever, but she made her bones. She carried that company for 3 years, dog. What you mean?
Talk about it.
So put her in there too. She that baby. She got her thing. You know what I'm saying? She Scott's Demon, Rio. They've got their time, right? It's been beyond time for Willow. We at least need to see what that looks like, because she's earned that position. She's earned that spot to be the top dog. Whatever you've given her, whatever she's had, she's knocked it out the park, or she's done her best to make it really, really good. No, I'm not going to say nobody thought, but pairing her and Harley for that short amount of time was genius, and it was gold. But because of the power of positivity, the power of Willow, like, whatever you give her, she does her thing with it. I have no doubt she's gonna. I'll take that back. I would love for her to have and her story TBS run. Like, put that shit up there on the likes of Jade, on the likes of Money, on the likes of Chris. Put it up there and push it, because Willow's an easy draw. Willow's an easy person to get behind. It's you know what I mean? Why not? And like you said, sometimes it's hard to write for baby faces, which is true. But when you have somebody that no matter what you put them in, she's gonna do her thing. You ride that rocket ship to the moon. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta see what it looks like. I have no doubt if you tell her, yeah, we're gonna make you the big dog, that she'll carry it. I would love her to have that because she's earned it. So let's make this TBS title a real thing. Let's get real hitters. Let's get real matches. Let's build this shit up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to run back, moan at her when she comes back, cool. On top of that, find a spot for Athena because I don't need her anymore in ROH. Let's move this on. Let's wrap this up. There's nothing there. Put the title on Persephone, whoever. But let's move this on. I forgot whoever. But, let's move this on.
Persephone, man.
She needs to be in AEW. Where the Collision, Dynamite, she needs to be there. And you have Will and them going again. There's another one, right? You have your shooters on that card. For a whole year, the women carried that brand. Not just that brand, but women had a phenomenal year for 2025. So they're still there. There's no reason why this can't be a historic one for Willow, and there's no reason why once the decks move, I don't know what's going to happen with Monet. I don't know what you're going to – Tekla's doing her thing. I still see a play for Maria. So I don't know how you're going to move that. But at some point in time, as we get to close of 2026, Willow needs to be the main dog for that title.
I think the end December 31st, I think you'd be like, okay, they did Willow right this year. I 100% believe that. I mean, I like her holding a TBS championship now. I've always kind of felt a way about maybe I cared more for the TBS championship than a women's championship. When Tony had it, see, Tony's just different. Championship or no championship, Tony's just different. Herself. But when you look at other people who held the women's championship, okay, they were cool. But it was always kind of rival to me. And again, we had like a year where we kind of stopped watching AEW, but it was always like they were neck and neck, not kind of like what we saw before in the Universal Championship and in the Heavyweight Championship back in WWE, where you knew that there's like they were kind of like this for me, or a difference with the women's championships on AEW. They're just like 1A, 1B.
Yes.
So I think Willow will have a phenomenal year this year. I think they will do. I will be proud to be a wrestling fan of hers at the end of this year. Absolutely. And hopefully leading into the years ahead.
Yes,
she's young.
Yes.
And she makes everybody look good in the ring. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's no reason why she can't have. I've seen enough from Willow. I've seen enough. Right. The tape is there. I know what she can do.
Right, exactly. It's like it's time now to give her. And it's crazy saying this when she just had 2 belts. But I think anybody who's listening understands what you mean. Right, by put her in that top spot. We've seen enough. She needs to be one of your starters now.
Yes.
Right. Been a hell of a six man or 6 woman.
For sure.
Now it's time to give her the Rockets as the point guard.
No, I already know.
Babies all the time. You don't get over babies a lot. I said you don't get over babies all the time, and when you do, man, and people love her. You can't make that.
No, I do.
Yeah, we know.
Hey, man, I almost wore her shirt today. Almost wore her shirt today. But it's cool, man. You pretty much said everything I wanted to say on that. I really want Athena to get away from the shackles of ROH because she doesn't need to have a San Martino run. We good. You done what you did. You are another one who put a company on their back, and you have literally beat everybody. So Willow included. So when Persephone comes back to get back, just go ahead and drop that belt, and then you come on up. And if Willow, if they want to wait because Willow has the TBS championship, then the perfect person to put that title on is Athena, because she can do the same damn thing she was doing at ROH.
Why do y'all think, like legit? I know Tony Khan will say it's because it puts more eyes on Ring of Honor, but in no world is Ring of Honor more important than AEW. No. Why do you think Athena has not been put on AEW by now?
So I do my best to make sure I watch ROH when I can. You know what I'm saying? One, because my G's here were in the trenches with it. So I feel like it's a responsibility, me being an OG in this game, to carry that forward. So I definitely try to make sure I put my eyes on it when I can. I see where they're trying to go now. And we've been saying this on this pod for like eons, like strip the nuts and bolts and let's reset here, because ROH is still a brand. People, when you still say Ring of Honor, people still fuck with it heavy. Okay, let's reset here. Yeah, I think the move to Jacksonville was wise on some Full Sail type shit, right? Because now you don't have to worry about there's people here, they're not feeling the seeds, they don't sound. We don't have to worry about it right now, right? Let's break this down to the nuts and bolts. Let's go back to some origins here, and let's really build this thing. This is what I'm seeing. So I at first I was like, what are we doing with Athena right now? Because there's, like Noah said, you've beaten everybody. There's nobody left. You've done everything you can. You deserve to move on because you held it on your shoulders. You kept always a theme, and whatever they did you well, which is always their pay-per-views, you made it bigger because of what you did, right? They owe you some back taxes when it's all said and done.
That season.
Ring of Honor, okay? They're right. You broke records, the main record. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody said nothing. Yeah, she deserves it, of course. So, with that being said, I think what I'm seeing is that, okay, I think this is the last run. We want to bring her in to keep people's eyes on it, right? While we're starting this over with a developmental thing, and then we're gonna slide her off. That's how I feel. So what I guess, again, I don't even think this was his plan, but just from what I've been watching, it's like, oh, okay, maybe you listen to the right people now. Maybe you're seeing like, all right, we have a lot of names that we have, and also we have people that AEW, like we always say, AEW is the difference. It's the stepchild. It's not the closest thing ECW, but sometimes it has those magical moments, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's more for the streets. It's more for as close as you can get for the culture as you can, and still being a big name. So they have that reach. They have that pull. They can go there too, cut their teeth. This is what I think Tony saw, was like, okay, this is probably my way out to get Athena out of here. Bring her in, keep her as a name that you still attach to, that you still know. It's even perfect because she's put on my world again, not a disrespect way, like, they're like that. So she saw the opportunity, like, oh yeah, I got you again, let's do it. My world name has been ringing more bells. I see the vision of basically, like I said, keeping the ship of Riot until it's time to move on, and then we just kind of start anew with the people we already have, still coming to like the no names, because I feel Infantry is about to go on another type run, and I see, if you've been paying attention, I see him and Lee Moriarty breaking up. That's what I think the play is. But we'll see how that happens. That's happening. So there's another storyline, right? So you already got two. You got a Maya World thing, you got a Athena thing, you got an Infantry thing, right? You already have certain elements there that people know, that people can rock with. So that's what I ultimately think is why she's still been there. But I'm not going to give him too much credit, because I don't even think he knew what to do.
That was the OG plan.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea. But I'm not saying this disrespectfully. I think Tony wanted to pay Athena off, because I still give Tony the benefit of the doubt at times, because I've seen certain shit. So I'm gonna do that for you. Yeah. But at the same time, it was like, I don't really have an idea. And for the longest, we always done this pod, like, yo, you don't really have to run ROH like that. You have other people that can help you do it. You have Bryan Danielson, you got Samoa Joe, you got names there that can help you really build this thing. On top of it, now you have a slew of black wrestlers and POC wrestlers that you can really, like, hey, this is the company that we give real opportunities to.
Right.
I think he started listening to the right people. And so now we're seeing like the makings of that.
Cool. What I always thought, at least in the beginning, with Athena being an ROH, was that I thought that maybe that her character needed to be like worked out just a little bit more.
Okay.
So that like just to flesh it out just a bit. But after like year one, when she started doing the minions and training and shit, she got that to a T. Like there's really no there's no improvement. She is perfect the way that she is. You could have been moved her up. So I had no idea why they kept her there. So so long? Because what is she like almost like on year 4 almost of having that belt, or at least getting there. Yes, it's been a long time. She's Roman Reigns almost. That's pretty much how it is. Yeah, what's up?
Look, I thought you were about to say it's been 5 years since she's been there. No, it's been 5 years since she held that title. What?
Yes, it has been that long.
Hey man, you know what? Like that, you know what I'm saying? You're doing good. I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna forgive some of the things in the past, but tighten up, nigga. Right? Tighten your ass up. Okay? 5 years, Nolo?
It's been like 4. It's been damn near 4, man, that she's held that title.
I just thought
she's held it so long.
I forgot was the longest champion in ROH history, and I thought that was a couple years ago.
That's wild.
It was like a couple years ago.
Wow.
Because it was like 2024 when she beat the record, I believe.
Yeah,
and she still has
it right there. She should just go in the Hall of Fame now at this point.
Right? Yeah, man.
It's been 3 years. Over 3 years, having held the title since December 10th, 2022. She is the longest reigning champion in ROH history, surpassing 1,000 days in September 2025. She beat Mercedes Martinez for it at Final Battle of 2022.
Woo, God.
Jesus.
Hey, man, she just needs to do what Asuka. Asuka got to drop that belt in NXT because nobody could beat her. Then he could do the same damn thing. Just drop it. Just
undefeated,
like,
right?
Yeah, like Oba. Ain't that what Oba did?
Like,
same thing with Oba did.
Yeah.
Ava, he's leaving the title in the ring.
That was fire. That was so good.
Right, yeah.
That was so good.
Just drop it, dog.
Yo, Rob was beside himself. Oh my gosh, bro. What else we got though, man? We flush. We good.
You getting Kenny and Swerve too?
Oh yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
And I'm off
for EVP powers.
And I
EVP and a number 1 contender, right?
Yes, number 1.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Kenny wins against number 1 contender.
You sure?
Yeah. Hey man, that's what I'm just saying. What he said, man.
Oh boy.
Why he asked you like you was Tony Khan though? Like,
yeah, I know. Like I got the answers.
Like he right. Like right. He said like he got the pen.
Hey man.
Come on now.
Like I'm booking the show.
Oh God. Not bad.
So what's the move? Is the move Swerve or is the move Kenny for Wednesday?
I would like to think Kenny, right?
Kenny.
Kenny.
I would like to think Kenny. TV, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is some different energy around Swerve
or for
this time go around. That's why I'm like looking at like, not saying he's more locked in than he has before, but like he's fully embracing this heel shit. And the one kind of kryptonite you will say with that kind of really held him was Prince Nana. That's over. So not only, you know what I'm saying, you was already nutting crazy as shit and you like the dark side. Now you got your loyal, you know what I mean, your man's the guy you look up to, been there no matter what, telling you, yeah, do that.
Hey man.
But you know what?
Kenny's turn.
It's Kenny's turn. So that's what I'm gonna say. That's my story. I'm gonna stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve already got his W. He got his W.
That's what I'm saying. And then we got these stipulations. Yes, it's Kenny. Yeah.
I agree. That's
ain't about to get no black man, no power. Get out of here.
Amazing promo. That was an amazing promo.
There's layers to that. I like that. Pretty good.
Oh man.
He popped himself.
They might give the Swerve. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
What else though, man? I think I'm very pleased right now. This is a classic.
I'm happy. This has been a great show. I've enjoyed myself.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Shout out to you guys again. Thank y'all for having us for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, long time coming. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all want us on, y'all know we got to get y'all on ours, of course, our show now too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who has not found us yet, y'all know where to find us. We are on all social media platforms. That's FNW. We are on, of course, YouTube. That's Freakin Wrestling. Any audio podcast platform you are listening to, we are there for That's Freakin Wrestling. So we drop every week. And once again, man, thank y'all. This has been a hell of a good time.
Absolutely. Man.
Thank you for coming on. It's been amazing. It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah. Long time coming, all of those things. I really appreciate y'all.
I was nervous. I'm always nervous with new guests.
Oh my gosh.
So
you don't want to know.
The mimosas was clutch.
Hey, but that's real though, right? Hey, look, we just talked about how we are as a community. You bring somebody new around, like, hey, who vouched for him, right? Like, right? You gotta make sure, right?
Man,
that's all good.
Yeah, man.
It was more so like, because again, still being new in the space, you know, I'm comfortable with the game, so I can be my full self. You know what I mean? So it's different when you don't meet new people, and you still want to maintain who you are, but also make sure you read the temperature. And you know what I mean? When I got here, you know, I embraced me like I was a cousin. So I was like, oh, we good then. Shit.
Yeah, of course.
So I really appreciate it. I mean, again, I like collecting new friends and new people's to this wrestling space. So yeah, you got a friend in me.
Yeah, Randy knew
baby.
Yeah.
It's the human connection, guys. Thank y'all for having me on here too.
Absolutely.
Of
Again,
course.
just listening to y'all, Rhodesia, Matt, even like I ain't say this earlier, probably should have been in the intro, but like this trade, right? Like this space we in, like y'all have some amazing voices for podcasting and also amazing faces. Like I said, y'all don't look a day over 22, 23 years old. The both of y'all.
He's trying to clean it up.
Doing it right there.
You cleaning it up.
You're doing it right there. Hey, you all right? You
know what I mean? No.
He had to
you
bring
called me
back.
old about an hour ago, but that's okay. It's okay.
Yo, who man is this, bro?
I'll be like, yo, man. That's all.
He called me his mama.
I just want to be like y'all, man.
Damn.
I just want to be like y'all, man.
I love you guys. Love you guys.
He did say something about Madre. I do remember.
He did.
Like when I listen to y'all, it's like these is how I wanted my mom and pop to talk about wrestling. Now, granted, like I said, my dad from down south, big in WA. My mom likes wrestling, big boxing fan, huge boxing fan. You know what I mean? So she gives a lot more of her energy to that. She's been a casual wrestling fan all our lives, but yeah, you know what I mean? Just you know. But I just love y'all so much. Thank y'all again for making time. You dig what I'm saying?
Anytime, brother. I told you anytime. Always. You know, we were supposed to get on and stuff was going on, and I just kept telling you, man, like it's all good. Like you just let me know whenever you want to make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. So this will be the first of many.
And I just appreciate y'all flexibility, y'all patience, all of that good stuff, y'all. So you know what I mean. And everybody knows what's going on with me. AJ Styles, P-Lo from the lead, locker room lead. You know what I mean. We about to do some closing things for season 2, so you already know what's going on. The handsome brother that's currently to my right will be on very soon, very, very soon. And then the very handsome brother on my left, by the time we circle back through the summer, get into training camp in the fall, we're going to do, and Nolo, this is news to you, you knew this, locker room lead until the final whistle himself and my other handsome brother Chiefs. We'll be talking some football, collab episode. Yeah, man, so you know, we on that road to WrestleMania, man. We're going to get some rest. We're going to do our thing. We're going to be with our families. Make a little bit of content in between, but you already know what's going on, man. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. 227.
Absolutely. Peace out to my world.
And at the end of the day, put on your lemon pepper steppers and stay the fuck out of your motherfucking business. Damn.
Y'all, again, special thanks to our brother and sister, man. We're going to catch y'all on the next one, and they definitely will catch y'all too. You already know. More.
Yes, sir.